Morty.
Wave, Morty. Morty, wave.
Where's my Discord at? There it is.
What? Morty
Shake that
over
over on
here.
Morty.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Shroomie Chronicles. I'm Colin or Nylock from 447. Above us, actually, I don't know where we're placed yet because my feed hasn't caught up. But above us, we have Calm Schizo from 1216. We have the OG Bun Queen herself from 1003. Sorry, I almost said 1024. That's old. And he's to the left on my screen. But we have an OG. We have a literal founder of Shroom Chronicles, the OG himself, Max Aura, Max, and our special guest, Morty. Morty, say hi, tell us about yourself, do the things and stuffs.
Hello. I mean, like, I really don't know what to say. This is what I mean, like.
What? Oh, tell us, like, how? Well, you said hello, so that's. How did you find the game? Let's start just at the beginning.
I mean, it was just a random game that I just like downloaded to my phone one day. Started out on EUEN 71, which was just before the Gold Bar event. Kind of like gone through a few servers, like over time, just because things broke down and I kind of didn't have the right like information to start with. So some of my builds was pretty bad, but now I'm an 846. With a great bunch of people, and just like top of my game now.
So in 846, you are one of the mightiest on the 846. Hello to chat, by the way, everyone. I see Big Boy Bruce, I see J Hot, Akani is rocking it as always. So many people here, I can't name everyone. Zin's got his pants off, so the show started. Sleuth is in here. Cutie, Trippy, there's too many names. Anyway, Huddy. No, we're not banning Huddy. Nobody say ban Huddy. We're not banning him. Sorry. All right, scrolled all the way back down. Blank's in the house. What up, Blank? You Shroomy tournament dream crusher, you. So how did you find? Sorry, and end that little mini rant. That's one. Morty, how did you find 846?
So I spoke on the LOM Discord a lot. So this was around the time that I was maining on my 222 server. As a stage. So I was getting like quite a lot of info of people on Discord, like Valzarian.
Val's cool.
I think there was I got some help off Cozy as well. Like a few other people, and then just one day someone just popped up with a tag saying, "Oh yeah, we're doing this new server in EUEN. If you want to come join." I was like, "Yeah, screw it, let's give it a go."
Nice. Blossom says, "Mention me, motherfucker." All right, I did, Blossom. Sorry, Jesus Christ. This is about Morty, okay? It's about Morty.
Our crew Boxtel asked you to talk about your EU222 account. Something happened
Yes,
there?
tell us about EU222.
So 222 was a good server. I had some good knowledge going into that one. It was a fun little server. Then things kind of like broke down between some of the families, just some like toxic players, as things do. But we kept going, 2 separate families keeping the server alive. I think we did 2 or 3 sale seasons before we got our first merge. So we was like really bad out of luck there. Like, it's amazing we survived. Then we got a merge with the French, and some other UK servers and a Turkish server. We got some good players, and then things kind of turned toxic with some of the French guys, some of our guys. So things kind of broke down again. Then we merged with the Russians, which the Russians absolutely loved me. So, that was all fine there. But things just broke down again. There was just too many language barriers and, just issues between each other. So it just kind of broke down again, and now well, yeah, the guy that keeps asking is Shroomie, so he's like one of the only people that is still left on that server. Bless his little heart.
Zdravstvuyte, меня зовут Morty. Okay. That's a lot. I don't know. I guess I never really, at least in the Almond servers, it's usually just, English, and then there's South American, Portuguese. There's other languages, but the auto translate's super easy, I guess. I never really thought about actually playing in a new server ever because I've never done it. I think
See, with EU, it started out okay because you'd go to like, so originally it was like EU, so you'd have like 30001, then you'd have like 32, 36, 39, 42. So like 42 was French and stuff like that. So you had like all different servers to start with, but then like when they all start, getting merged together, it just like it just complicates it so much because the translator in game is just not it's not up to like a decent level, I'd say. It's all right with some languages, but with English to Russian, there's just like such a massive breakdown.
Yeah, I mean that's not even the same alphabet. How is the auto translate feature with that?
What
Like with the
what do you mean
different
by
Oh, like in-game chat. Sorry, so like family chat, world chat. They have that auto translate feature, that slider
yeah,
button.
that's what I meant. That breaks down a lot with Russian, so that causes a lot of problems because it miswords a lot of things that you're trying to say. So like to the Russians, it comes across as offensive, whereas you mean it in like a complete different manner.
Yeah. Okay.
We do have that effect though with the PT servers and the Amen servers. There are translation errors that come off as racist, but that's not the actual meaning behind their point.
I see Far's in the house. Kem's in the house. What up, Kem? Yeah. Huh. So that's interesting. So I see you're grinding pretty heavily in 846. Everybody is different. If you're playing this long, right? Everybody has different motivations, different goals, different things, different reasons they're playing. What would you say your main motivations are for sticking with the game at this point?
Mine is just the people, like without the people, like the game wouldn't be what it is, Like, yeah, you've got the competitive side to it, which is not really competitive if you're like a massive whale, and you can just chuck money at it all day long. But, it's the people that just keep it going.
Same. That's why we're all here. The people.
Damn straight.
The 846. Now, do you enjoy the Amen server or the EU server? I mean, which server, I guess side do you seem to enjoy a little more?
Definitely the Amen. Amen.
Yes.
Amen. Like,
One of
I've got
us.
to say though, it's a bit difficult to say that because obviously EU, like I said, I went through like a few different servers and I met good people there, but with 846, obviously it was a grunt, a bunch of the community coming together that already knew each other, so it kind of, started better off than like all the other servers. Like if I had all the people from the other servers, like all my EU servers in one server, then I'd say it was like pretty 50-50 really.
Are you the only EU player left that had joined us? I know there were a couple that joined us from the at the start, but I think most of them stopped playing.
I think I am.
Wait.
I think you're the only one.
I think. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, have you had an issue with the time difference between the Amen and the EU servers?
It's a little bit difficult, but I don't tend to sleep well, so it's also not at the same time. Maybe if I had a healthy sleeping habit, it'd be, a bit difficult, considering your reset is like 5 o'clock in the morning my time. So it's like,
Oh, Angel is still there. Yes,
I was
Angel's
about
from
to say-
EU1.
Oh, so you still have Angel, and Bradley just came back again. So
Oh,
Wow.
Bradley, that's right. Okay. I see Truss in chat. Why isn't Truss in 846?
So I saw
I
him
think
mention in the LOM Discord earlier that there was just like so many people and it was just like too hard to compete.
Too hard to compete with the Almond players. Yeah, I get it.
what are
That
you
tracks.
competing?
also,
Oh, no, yeah, no.
Trust is younger. Under
Sorry, just
18.
quickly, we do have Brad back in 846 as well.
Yeah.
After I divorced him, of course.
Oh my god.
What are some changes you'd like to see to the game? Switching it up here. What are some changes?
I mean, one thing that I do see getting spoke about a lot is, and I do think it would be interesting, but again, it always comes up with a problem of time zones, is actually seeing EU and EUEN servers merge. But like, if they could find some sort of like universal time, you know, like there's other games that do it. You go on to other games, and it's not just like, you know, EU and, you know, American servers and stuff like that. It's just one whole universal thing.
I mean, my guess, I don't have any fucking clue, but my guess obviously is just the different regions started at different times, so I don't know how they would fix that at this point. That's probably the reason why. I guess for new servers, didn't they try that with new servers? They were just kind of like.
There were some like legit full global servers they were starting, but I really haven't heard anything about it since.
We talking about Mush?
Oops, shit. Is that what they were called? Mush?
No,
Yeah.
so
Mush.
Mush is just an EU thing. Instead of being called EU now, it's just Mush because of how many different like places we get into us now. Like one of my servers is Mush 333 or 332. One of them two.
Gotcha. The only thing I'm gonna say, if Amen and EU servers do merge together, I feel like there will be a metric fuck ton of conflict.
Why?
Why?
I think
conflict in a bad way, or
Because when it comes, like, I'm not saying this is in this game, this scenario, but in other games that I have played where money is a thing, where because of currency difference, how much that we can spend versus them sometimes, it varies, and you know, not necessarily quote unquote fair. So I think it's okay to have it separated, but I think one thing that would be fun would to bring in like a EU versus Amen competition of some sort, maybe. Maybe not.
No, that would rule. Yeah.
See,
I think
what you need to remember now though is EU is like dying. Like a competition of some sorts with EU, just there is no competition. The players that I've seen in Amen like would just crush EU, as sad as it is, because of all the whales that we've lost recently.
Oh, yeah,
Probably
there's a-
because they didn't have it. You know, they didn't have an Amen EU tournament.
Billy says EU isn't dying, and she's sad you said that.
Oh,
Some of it, I mean, it
you
is.
heard it here
and
first. Morty said EU would. Morty said EU would crush Amen. You heard it here first. Right out of the mouth of an EU player.
don't get me wrong. I think Amen would crush EU. I'm just gonna get called a traitor now.
You know what? I guess you can be the first trader.
Is it a traitor though, or are you just spitting facts? Are you the traitor? Are they a hater? I mean, like, you know, it is what it is.
See, I mean, Trust was on the server with like a lot of the big whales, so was Pilly. But like, even Truss will even say that they lost Rudy, they lost Mazel. You
Oh,
know,
did they? I didn't. I didn't know that they lost those guys.
Sorry, I have a mouthful of peanuts, but switching up slightly. I see Ravs in chat. Hi, Rav. You rule. I just failed him in Shroomie tournament. I'm gonna switch it over to Shroomie tournament for a little bit. I apologize to you, Ravs. This is the 5th time I finished 3rd in the top 128 group. I'm cursed.
Oh, God.
So I apologize to you, Ravs. But as a very nice
Rav,
segue, Morty.
Rav should be he should be apologizing to you.
Ravs should never
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
Never.
He couldn't carry you. Come on now.
Oh, come on,
Yeah.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, Colin's dead weight. What you know?
I'm super deadly. But Morty, who did you partner with in the Shroomie tournament in Amen with your 846 account?
no one this time. But normally I just stick a team up, and normally J Hot applies.
Ah, I see. Who J Hot's with mid, right?
I mean,
Wow.
For her main.
J
Yeah.
Hot.
is it right for 50 pound normally?
Okay. Huh. That's interesting. That's good to know, actually. That's very good to know. Morty doesn't have a super regular partner other than J Hot. Good to know. As I eat my peanuts over here and ponder the future.
I don't know, Colin, because I beat your alt account now.
You beat my alt account?
Yes, I do. I also beat 8, surprisingly.
You beat 8? Well, if you beat
Yes.
8, you've definitely beaten me then. 8's been beating me for a long time. On my alt, yeah.
I saw that nice motorcycle that you got there, Max.
Look, I wasn't even going for it. I really wasn't. I was just going for the last Awakening Crystal and it popped.
Saw that motorcycle, boy.
I just love it when that happens.
Yeah.
In the words of Leroy, whaling is always worth it.
Leroy.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. Yeah, Max
So-
beats me. I don't really know how to use an archer.
Me either. So learning Archer has been an experience because I'm normally used to a Sage. Never in my life thought I would sit here and play Archer, but I am.
Wow.
It's gotta
What
work
would,
with- yeah.
what would 2024 Max think if he heard the sentence you just said?
Dumb fuck.
Which back to Warb or Sage, you idiot? That's what you'd say. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm gathering my gear for that. Don't worry.
What are your
Blocked off.
class plans, Morty?
Unpopular opinion, but I plan on going Sage, possibly.
What do you mean an unpopular opinion?
Hang on, I'll say this for the mages, right? Unless they fix mages, like people saying they're broken, then if they fix mages, I'll possibly go Prophet.
Ew, that's an unpopular opinion.
That's an excellent-
Wow.
Excellent opinion right
I
there.
did used to be a Prophet on 222. Like this was about when Sage was becoming the meta, and you know it was quite a good class. I did well.
Yeah, because Prophet fucking rules. They just keep trying to hold us down for no reason. Oh. Anyway. Oh yeah, he said ew when he said Prophet.
Nerf warriors.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Was that nerf warriors? Don't nerf my warrior.
Nerf them all. I've been saying that for
No.
months. Nerf them all.
Just nerf every class, right? Then we're all even field then.
Some need to be
Wow.
nerfed more than
Sure.
others.
Yeah. What was that update that they put out, like that they were gonna do class balancing? But was that for PvE or PvP, or was it or they left it unclear on purpose because we don't have any fucking clue. That was like a week or two ago.
Well, we know
Maybe I
is future balancing.
Future balancing, great. At least it's clear. That's cool.
Well, yeah, that's I don't know how much more clear they can get. Balancing balance in the future.
By saying that, aren't they admitting that it's not balanced now, though?
Correct. And they know that.
But
What?
they've been aware of that since at least January.
At least since that Nerf Warrior thread.
I'm just gonna give a quick shout out to Bloom Nachos, since this is probably your first time on the stream. Welcome.
Oh, hello, welcome.
You get a few.
He's one of the- Yeah, he's from 847, the one we just merged with.
Oh, okay.
Shit. One of our new
Yeah.
847 homies? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
he's 846 now, yeah.
Yeah,
846 crew.
it's part
And
of
I
the
agree-
shelter.
I agree with the statement as well. Buff Dark Lord, 100%.
No. Don't do anything with Dark Lord. But they ruined Warrior for me.
Oh god.
Oh, you're not a true Warrior player then. If they through thick or thin, baby, the bun will always prevail.
All right. I'm gonna address this one from Pilly. Been waiting forever for an Archer arty. Everyone says, but there's Bow. Yes, there's Bow, but that was a year ago. So many classes have so many good arties. Archers have been forgotten. I don't disagree. You've been number one in PvE forever. I've said it so many times. I'm ruining the day because it's inevitable. Archers will get an artifact better than the Panda Bow, which to me, I can't even imagine how fucking stupid that will be. And then everything will become imbalanced again. And then that will be terrible. Like the way to... I don't know what the right way to do it is, to be fair. But whatever arty that's better than that for Archer is going to be stupid for... hopefully for... Oh, God. It just all makes me want to cry as a prophet. I've been very much enjoying not having to deal with the pew 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 glass cannon super attack heavy archers and peak for a long time. They still exist, obviously. Ma Raga or Emre is always beating me. There's multiples, but Bap obviously.
Sister Bap.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think it's just the arty. I think it has more to do with the way that Tamer has been buffed, which I don't have a problem with. That class has been neglected for far too long since it came out. But I feel like Plume getting pushed to the bottom is not just because of a lack of an arty. That's my take on it. Because you definitely have a strong artifact. It's not that. It's something else. I can't put my finger on it. There's Colin rant number 5 right there, but curious on other stuff.
That time freeze artifact. I mean, on an Archer, it hurts me. I mean that freeze. What is it? The freeze wand? I don't know the name of it, but
Unchained, yeah.
fucks up a warrior pretty good.
So real quick, Car Crew Boxtel is saying, ask Morty what Dragon Rage did.
So when I was Warrior on 222, I was the strongest on the server. No one could even get close to me. I wasn't in their family at this point because I wanted to try and keep two families going to keep server 222 alive. So I went to this different family. Then one time in arena, someone was making a push for spot 1, so I kept knocking them down. I checked my arena feed after that, and I had 30 pre-blitz attacks on me in the space of 5 minutes from Dragon Rage.
Oh my god.
He was the only person that could beat me just because of the pre-blitz.
I know some people that'll do that to their server mates. Just find one way to beat them and then just farm the shit out of them.
It's not like he found me all the time though. It was just because someone was making that arena push because arena was ending.
Mm-hmm.
Like other than that, he'd literally hit me like once or twice a day just to keep testing his build. That was it because we used to talk quite often.
Oh, so it was just the one rotation?
Maybe two or three.
I guess that's not too bad.
So, Morty, some people, like myself and most mages, like the PvP side of the game. Others, archers, like the PvE side of the game, and other people as well. Where do you fall on the spectrum? Like, what are your favorite aspects of the game? Do you like cross arena or parking wars or showdown? There's all kinds of shit. Fucking sale, whatever. What are your favorite aspects of the game?
I mean, parking's definitely one of them. Parking I find interesting because I find that it's one of those like on the newer servers that I've had. You'll either find like a really good grouping where it's like pretty even, or it's just like really one-sided, and you've got to work alongside other servers to try and top one server. But the PvP side of things is good for me. PvE, it's not something I've really taken an interest in. I just do what I need to do to grind what I need to grind, and that's it.
That makes sense. Okay.
Like sailing though, sailing I did enjoy to start with. Then the most recent season, because I did the updated one as well, I did not enjoy at all.
So like
season 4 map?
You what? Sorry.
Are you
like
talking
the
about
super small
Yeah.
paths, or the different one, or the third?
The newest one where you had to, you bought them repair things.
For the durability
Oh,
and all
yeah.
that.
Like yeah, for me that just killed sailing because the other one I feel like even if you weren't buying fuel, you could still do pretty well if you played it smart and you know where to your teammates. Whereas the durability one, it's just whoever throws the most money at it. That's it. If you've got a strong build and you throw the most money at it, no one's got a chance.
Hmm.
I mean,
I kind of wish we had more than a week of it. I was happy that it was only a week. Let me be very clear. I liked that it was shorter. But I felt like by the time I got the hang of it and understood some nuanced things, it was over. Like it had already been
Yeah.
decided. Like but then like playing on the original map in 846, I was like, "Oh my god, sale is still happening." Like it was the opposite feeling. So
You log in a week later and it's still going.
yeah, like, but I love the nostalgia. Like, I loved going back to taking tiles, and that was
Yep.
fun. That was cool, and like, oh, cool. Hey, look, we got the whole center. Hooray! Oh, I see a square that's not red. I'm gonna go take that shit. Give me that tile, motherfucker. But the new one, yeah, I don't know. Isn't that already confirmed though that we're not getting that back? Like that one's not coming back again? Like they changed it again? Or no?
I think so.
Or was it? Or, okay, I couldn't remember if it was that or if it was just confirmed that they weren't doing it like more frequently because sale was only 1 week. Or maybe they're both confirmed. I'm not sure.
Pretty sure they're still making adjustments, so to say.
Blue Nachos, Dark Lords should have a lot more than just that. Like shield break, sure, but like I don't know.
Not everybody uses shields, I mean, other than Sage. So, it's great, but, just like, I mean, archers, ignore invasion. I would just like to take one little second time out, give a shout out to Susan from now 1002. And I know there's some people here watching for their little scavenger hunt. So just a little reminder, she forgot her family name. So just send her a little DM and let her know. That's my 1002 shout out.
Nice.
Susan's was female's favorite grill player in the entire game, in case anybody's wondering who that is. So, okay. Back to the show.
Fireworks.
Yeah.
Car Crew is really Car Crew has quite a few contrarian opinions here. Nerf Dark Lord. It already has been like 4 times, but maybe not 4.
Isn't it? It's like already at the bottom. Like I don't know if you can nerf it anymore.
Again, that's a guy from my 222 server, Shroomie, but he was also a day 1 player as well. I believe he was in server 3001. But he always hates Dark Lords. He's always hated Dark Lords. Doesn't have a reason for it because it's not like he's a warrior, but he hates Dark Lords.
I mean, Ravs has it correct. Nerf archers. Archers are nerf archer forever.
Strong.
Yeah, it definitely is. Actually, go ask Ravs to put on a Sacred Hunter build. Go have fun with that. That's real fun for no one. All right, let's
I think
see here.
so.
Oh, you're looking at Shroomie turning stuff. Oh, wait, or was that some time ago? Am I not live? Oh, okay,
No,
okay.
it's right now. I was just looking at options to bet.
Yeah, this was not I did not have like some quick, simple pick in this one for like top 32. I didn't just like kind of scroll through and be like, that. There's my 60 bet, there's my 40 bet, or 100 going here. I had to think harder on this one.
I bet everything on Woo and Code.
I just put everything on 8 and Woo, or Code and Woo. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not me. I'm with BAP. There I am, Hot Girl Summer. I think J Hot and Mid are going to be.
Force.
Yeah.
I'm looking at stats.
It'll be interesting to see if J Hot can win it with Mid.
Yeah.
Because there's
It'd be the
bad
first time she-
in the group, isn't he?
It'll be the first time she wins it. 2 runs with Woo. It'd be interesting to see if she could win it with Mid.
What did you say, Morty?
I know J-Hot was on about earlier that she didn't think that she'll manage to do her group because of Bird and Concrete, maybe.
There's always a chance.
Yeah.
Huddy wants to hear some turning predictions. I don't have any predictions. I just know how many scary teams there are scrolling through there that every time I went to make a bet, then I second guessed it, didn't make it. And then when I finally did eventually make my bets, I was like, that's probably not right. I'm not going to reveal what my bets were, but it's
What were they?
It's
Sure.
crazy. You're like Calm and okay, so Calm's with Microdose, and that's just scary. Mid and J Hot scary. 8 and BAP always scary. And then we have and then there's just it's too hard. It's gotten too difficult. That's what I think.
I think Group 1's probably the toughest to possibly vote on.
That's a nasty group.
Show me Group 1 again.
That is
J-Hot.
J-Hot Mid Swift with Bird and Concrete, Zico and Vegas.
Oh Jesus Christ! Oh, I see.
Also
Oh,
got
okay, I see.
PJ
I
and
see J-Dad.
ASU and
I see
Sister
Lube
and I
and
forget
Daddy.
who his partner
Yeah.
is, Zach or Postmaster. Click
Who's
on
that
the
last-
teamed
oh.
outfits. Oh,
Is that
outfits
Finn at the?
fresh?
Okay, is that Zin at the bottom?
Bean flicking.
Oh.
Yep, it is. A cookie.
I was trying
Yeah.
not to say. I was trying not to say their team name, but yeah.
With Coochie. Yeah.
Oh, okay, with Cookie, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Double DPS over there. Zin and his pixel sword.
Check your crit res. J Hot's crit res. Let's see.
I think it was like I'm gonna guess 3,800.
4K.
Is it 4K?
Yeah.
You gotta up that.
Yeah.
Those are scrub numbers, J Hot.
If
You
you
gotta
can't
increase
hit 6K, like, what are you even doing? What are you even doing? I'm kidding, by the way.
that. I wasn't kidding.
Don't forget skill crit damage.
You gotta boost that.
Is a sage?
No, I'm on about you for getting skill crit damage. You can't
Oh.
say much.
Hey, don't worry about my stats, okay? My
He's got
stats
his-
are just fine right now, I think. I don't actually
He's
know.
got his fake
Which
stuff on.
group
Morty.
am I
He's
in?
not showing up real stats.
What group am I in? There we go.
No. This was a confession. He confessed to everyone, including Snowy, that his skill crit damage was missing off them runes.
I fixed it. Now I just need to fix my stun.
Oh, you're in group 2, Com,
Yeah.
with Cam and. Ooh.
What is J-Hot talking
Yeah.
about? My stats way higher than hers. There's no way. Pilly, who's calm? Rude?
Call him Little Dicky. That's what you want to say, Pilly. You know you're going to say it.
You're in the same group with Rafiki.
Yeah.
I think it's a real one.
I got Woo in here. I got Grimlord and Rupo, or Rupop, sorry. Azure and Hillich. Kim
Azure.
and Wolverine. Doc and
I think
Frog.
Imba just quit. I think we lost Imba recently.
Imba,
he
yeah. Kim Addict's teaming up with Wolverine now. Which is still a scary combo.
Azure's 1338, right? They're with Huddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hylic.
Huddy.
I think
Hylic, sorry.
His postmaster with.
Zach? I don't think I know them.
But is that server 338 also?
Let me look.
I only am asking because we have.
Yeah, 338.
Okay, yeah, we have them parking. 44. It's like 447, 419, 338, and 450. Yeah, that's who it is.
Group 3 looks like there's going to be some good fights in that group 3.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's one. I don't think there's one clear winner out of that. I mean, I see Huddy and Leroy have the majority of the coins, but I don't know.
This guy right here scares me. Shroomrix.
Turmeric strong.
Yeah.
So strong.
If math was on Tamer, my money would be on Shroomix. But as he's not, I don't know. RQ and Blank got a good shot too.
Yeah. Blank and RQ, the dream crushers. They crush my dreams.
That's definitely the group where there would be a 5-time, I think, most likely, bet.
Well, until now, when everybody starts betting on other people.
And then group 4, oh god. I'm in group 4.
Oh, you're in group
I'm in
4.
group 4. The Asians, Phil and
Glizzy.
Baldy.
Yeah, Baldy. The furries.
Who did you bet on?
Morty? Yeah, who did you bet on, Morty?
First round was J Hot and mid, and then I was gonna go J Hot and mid again, but after she was like, "No, we might not win," I was like, I'm gonna go for Woo.
That's who I bet on.
Woo and Code.
Yep, playing it safe.
Just shout out to Kane. Snowy is bottom. Oh my gosh.
Our bottom.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, he's a power bottom. I gotta make it clear for everybody. If you see Snowy, Princess Snowy, he is a power bottom. He is the most powerful bottom of WoW. It's like...
Did I lose my bet last on this character? Oh, I did. PJ. Disappointed.
Oh, last round, the top.
Yeah.
Oh, you bet on them over Ravs and I. Thanks. I appreciate the vote
Was
of
that,
confidence.
wait,
but
was
you're
that
right.
the same bracket?
Yeah, yeah. Our group 16 was the PJs and Blank and RQ, and then
Group
Rabs and I.
16?
Yeah.
Ah.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, but you were right. So
I was going to say, it was at least semi well thought out.
It's
think
blank too. Jeepers, cost you.
Yeah, Blank's too strong. Wait, do they still have the replays? Dude,
Yeah,
hold
you
on.
can go
Look at
back.
this replay. He's just like freaking Blank's damage just turns on at the end. Wild to see.
Thank God
Chemtrail.
we're in the same family. We're in the same family.
Chemtrail, you're too innocent of a person. That's all I'm going to say.
Was that
PJ
blank with
oh.
one health, 1 unit of health of absolute blood?
He got down pretty
Wow.
low. And
One
then
absolute
as
blood.
soon as
and then-
Uppies goes down, just watch the shred.
Yeah.
Just boop, and then Blitz falls off, and then, oh, maybe this is the wrong fight. There was one, oh, there it is. It just boop, boop.
I didn't realize he was on the new mount.
It's pretty wild.
I love that new mount. I don't know about you guys.
Blank is a
Yeah.
monster.
PJ said he forgot to miss the time to switch his setup, so maybe my bet was placed correctly had that happen.
I don't think I even changed mine. I left. I don't fiddle anymore.
Who else had some like wild groups? Maverick. Who is Mavericks? Oh, Farah. Deserve. Bees. J-Hop. Pretty good tournament so far, I feel.
I mean, the top 128 was pretty evenly distributed. Like, there wasn't anything where everybody was in one bracket again.
This one was pretty wild. So if nobody looked at this, so this went down. I think this is the first time we've really noticed it, or maybe the second. So GR beat. So each of these teams lost to each other and beat each other. So where is it? So Beauty beat BBC. BBC beat GR, I think. Where is it? Yeah, BBC beat GR, and then GR beat Beauty. So when it came down to the standings, they were all tied, 6 wins, 16 points. There was no head-to-head tiebreaker because each of them beat each other. It would have caused a loop of, who was first. So it actually went to Rule 5 about whoever placed highest in the previous stage. Where is it? That's not where the rules are. Where are the rules? Yeah, I can't remember, but it basically went by, I guess, qualifying who placed highest, second highest, third highest. So GR was first seed, Beauty was third seed in the bracket, I think, and then BBC was the final seed in the bracket, and that's why the standings ended up like this instead of, even though they beat them and they beat them type thing. Little tourney info for everybody.
Yeah, They haven't added that little section. It's, if you beat the other the other team, then
Head-to-head.
you. Yeah, I don't think that's in the rules yet.
No, it's still apparently in every other game client, but ours.
Just have
Oh
to
yeah, there's
assume it.
there's Big Boy Bruce in chat. Sorry, buddy.
Oh yeah, PJ just called out chess. Grab your chess if you're an almond. Gotta load up the game. I can't believe it ended the game on this whole time.
Oh,
You're muted.
there's-
Is he muted? Oh, hold on.
Ooh.
Never mind. I'm fine. Never mind. I'm dumb. Ignore me.
oh. I'm just looking. My kryptonite didn't move through the top 32.
Who's your kryptonite?
Iski.
Oh.
Oh, bullet dodged.
That's what. Hey, I don't know. I think my group is now 12 tournaments in a row. I've been grouped with GR, yeah, with Grimlord. This is 12 tournaments in a row we've met in the group standings. It's 12 or 13, I think. So
That
Grimlord,
extended bracket.
if you're out there, I care about you. I'm sorry if whatever happens. Best of luck.
He's in server 1002. Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna re-listen a little bit. So Morty, since this is about you and you're in the spotlight here, explain how your first sailing season went on the EUEN server.
Explain how it went.
Yeah. How is your feeling about it?
I mean, same as any sail season, really. It was like fun to begin with, and then it just slowly kind of got boring towards the end-ish, I'd say. Well, not as boring. I found it funny because of the situations that went on, but,
Right.
Pretty much every time I checked, we either had the full center and all the surrounding places, and or everyone's entrance. So there really wasn't anything for me to do much.
8.
Have some leaves. But yeah, it's yeah.
Look at the baby.
Chunk Daddy.
Chunk Daddy.
Yep.
Oh wait, I guess I have to say my infamous line because it became a actual emote. Conk.
Conk.
Mhm.
I thought you were gonna bust
He was
out
just
a fucking Ron bomb, and I was like, "Oh, I hit Ron bomb recently somewhere." But no,
I can't
Conk.
fuck with. I can't do it anymore. I'm not there.
No, Ron bomb's cool. I like Ron bomb.
He's a good guy. Rambam, we love you. This is one time and only time I'll say this.
Chunk Daddy is real.
Chunk
Nerd.
Daddy's real. I'll say who from A46 was like shocked that was your actual dog's name. Was it Morty? Was it you, Morty?
I was, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you was all like, just, it was like a nickname or something for the dog, like.
Well, it's actually his middle name. It's his formal middle name. Yeah. His first name is Lewis.
That's my middle name.
Yeah.
One of my middle names.
Ooh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Lewis Chunk Daddy.
Yeah. But that's what take him to the vet. That's what he goes by. It's his formal middle name. Documented.
So, since you are a quote-unquote traitor to the EU community now, do you? What is the big difference between EU and EUEN servers?
I mean, power-wise, one, like I said, the power is just uncomparable. To me, I feel like Amen has got just Amen has got like so much, such a big player base compared to what EU has. You've got way more whales, even just like your server numbers, just like completely outshine ours. But then we've got such a diversity as well, which again, that's where often a lot of the EU server problems stem from, just like the diversity that we have.
Yeah, that and you mentioned, people are dropping off, or like you were mentioning, sorry, that you even changed servers, enough times just because of like language barriers and stuff like that, which has bled probably into the higher, up into legendary and stuff. I'm assuming of people just quitting. Not that that's not an issue in all servers. I'm assuming like people quit this game. That people quit all games. That's how it rolls. Like that's how it goes anywhere. But when you have that extra layer of multiple languages in one server, I feel like it would be harder to coordinate everything, which is
that's one of the issues sometimes, just the coordination, because like not everyone understands as well that there's an auto translate there. So like a lot of players as well don't even realize that clicking one little button, does auto translate. So what I used to have to do quite a lot was actually use my translator, work out what languages people was, just to try and put across like the instructions, say for like parking and stuff like that. It did become like, not to sound horrible about it, it did become a bit tedious sometimes having to do it.
That's understandable.
yeah.
I mean, just in the Amen servers, when you have just the Spanish and the English, sometimes, just that disconnect.
Which I will say, our merge, be very grateful for, because this was probably the easiest one I've ever been in.
Which
You got-
846 merge?
Yeah, the 846 merge. Because you had 2 Brazilian servers, and then 1 English server. And there was just no communication between any of us. That was like, everybody knew, just come on over. We're here to play.
I mean, the Spanish servers were pretty much killed off anyway in parking, so kind of knew that only the Wales was going to come across there. Although everyone thought Tom had quit, which obviously is with us now, so lucky he didn't.
Right. So I will say this. Obviously, I think Tom and 47, they, Luffy and, who's the other one over there? Blank. I think we had a week-to-week basis, and I think they already kind of knew that we had way too much activity for them to even compete. And the other biggest problem is that these newer players that are actually new, because we're all pretty much veterans on this server, we know how crucial it is in the rewards that are there. So that's also where we can also pick up and teach the younger community that we're in, to let them know, like, hey, it's okay, win or loss, it doesn't matter. If you participate, you're doing a lot more than what a majority of the players would do on a newer server. As far as the Spanish servers, because the last week we had with them before the merge, yeah, they put zero effort in. They probably lost hope. But I think there is a good chance that since we're down in the lower era of servers, that we can help expand the game knowledge that we do have to everybody.
Hopefully.
I mean, we are kind of doing that anyway, because I know Luffy was, so even he was saying that he's learned a lot, and like even just from like talking to us in like cross chats and stuff, he's learned a lot already. But it's nice kind of to hear that there is some players, taking on what we do say and stuff.
Right. I mean, I hate saying this, but unfortunately, we're kind of like the parents of this generation of servers. we've played this game. We know how it goes. We know what to do, and we can
Yeah, but
expand that
Don't forget though, we're already here.
throughout the lower end servers. Yeah. And unfortunately, we're gonna have what we had with your favorite guy from sailing, but they don't understand that aspect of the game. Is like we're completely experienced. We've done multiple sailings at this point. We know what we're doing.
I've been blocked in at Castle in one of my sailing events. Like, I don't think there's really anything you can compare to that.
Oh, same. Same.
You
It
went
was
from
fun,
block
though.
to the top.
It did make it interesting when they escaped, though.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, 8 wide, you're having issues with your.
What?
You didn't have any lots.
Is it me or is it my service or is it?
It roboted just for a second.
Oh,
did you say?
am I clear now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I know 8 wide said a few times in chat about how you guys were struggling with crossover parking, and how you had no spots to park in. I mean, you're in a struggle right now, right?
Not right now. No, not
No?
not right now. Only when we're against like 1001 and like 1002. I mean, this week it's been all right, but yeah, we haven't had 1001 in 2 weeks. Thank God. So share the love. Everybody else can fight them. I mean,
I got them
No.
this week.
oh, you do good. Thank you.
How is it? Are you having fun? Are you having fun?
Yeah. How much fun are you having?
Yep.
Loads.
All the fun.
Yeah. Yeah. But in the same token, we've had, I think, 1002, like this is week 5 in a row, I think 5 or 6. We've had them in a row. And 1026 with Zico in Vegas. This is our 3rd week in a row. Like, where are these expanded brackets where we've had the same servers every single week? Like, we're just getting bored. It's like, okay, like whatever. And when we see 1001, we're just like, oh, it's a free week. Like, whatever. We won't have any lots. It doesn't matter. Like, just who cares at this point, you know?
I enjoy that you say that, because if you guys remember, my biggest bitch beforehand, when I played on my main account, was the repetitiveness. And I think that, you're starting to get that and see that.
Well, it was the fact that they, in the patch update, was, we expanded brackets for all of these expanded into the 200. It's literally been 101. We've had 102, 1002, 1026, and I'm in 1003. Last 3 weeks, it's been the same 3 servers and just rotating one out.
Right.
The week before it was 1001. Last week it was 1006. This week it's 1005. Like, where are these expanded brackets? We saw come like 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, once.
And then that was it. You know, it's fine if this is all you're gonna have in the bracket, but like.
I mean, I guess
something
it's
new.
not really a comparison, but obviously look at 846 bracket. Look at the parking we've had with 846. We've had 847, 5 weeks on the trot. We've had
I think they were 1165.
Tom Spanish. I think it's we've had them like 4 or 5 weeks on the trot, and it's just one of the team that keeps just getting cycled out, and that's it. And that's a newer server.
Yeah, well, we've the early 1000s, but we were looking forward to facing new servers. Like, I'd like to. Shit, I'd even like to face concrete. So, like, give us concrete, give us all these. It doesn't matter to us, but like, to say like 1002, 5 weeks in a row. Come on.
Yeah.
It's old.
I mean,
I'm not trying to take away from that. Obviously, yours is an older server. I'm just trying to say that even in the newer servers, it feels the same. Like, we shouldn't be having this much of a small bracket. So I can only imagine what you guys are having.
In 447, it seems like every week we have one or two from the 300s, and then 2 to 3 from the 400s, pretty consistently. Like, we've seen 433 twice, we've seen 1302 twice. We saw Uzi 1369. This week we have Huddy, 338. Like, so 450 we've seen a couple times. Like, so it's definitely nothing like what 8's dealing with in the in 1003, but it's not as diverse as I was hoping for. Like I feel like at least in 447, eventually we'll see concrete 353. Like, but like it feels like it is expanded for us, but not as large as I want. Like we haven't seen anyone in the 1200s. I think we saw one. I think we saw one server in the 1500s, but I wanted it to be like crazy shit. Like I want to fight against 1003, and then someone from the 1100s, from someone from the 1500s. Someone I want it to be just wide open, wild west shit.
Put every server. If a server has a player in Legends, put them in the cross. Like put them in. Put them all. As
at some point that should be one of their metrics: is how many players are in peak in this server, how many players are in elite in this server, and match like that. Like I don't know, it feels like when we win a couple in a row, we face slightly harder people, and then when we lose one, then we're always either like in third trying to get second, or we're in second trying to get first, and it's just always there. It's never like it's definitely better than it was, to be fair, where it was just like, oh, we have this server, we can't beat them, whatever, just get a lot overnight. Or, oh, this isn't even fun, nobody in these 3 servers can beat like 4 of us in our server. It's not like that anymore at all. So I do think it's better, but it still feels like a step. It feels like a step in the right direction, but there's more steps. They gotta take more steps with it. That's what I think. Like,
I don't think we're included in the expanded brackets. I think we just forgot.
I mean, honestly, at this point, I'm going to say I think you should just be putting 1500 and above together in one bracket. At this point?
Yeah.
Because there's definitely players that are from my original era that can semi-compete with you guys. And there's no doubt in that. I mean, obviously, there's difference of 100%. I don't disagree on that, but
sure,
one person's not a server.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
Like we're usually, I mean, like it's not uncommon for us to be last. Like the last 6 weeks, I think probably 4 of those weeks we were 4th. So yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think it was Arony I was talking to. He's been in Legends a few times in a row now. He's in the 1500s. Shades in the 1500s. And then this week, I hit him just for fun. If you're watching, Incidents is his name. First person I've seen in Legends from the 1600s. Like,
I thought Shade was
that's
1600s. Is he not?
Who?
Shade?
Oh, is Shade 16? Oh, he is. Sorry. I'm thinking of King Pidgey, the guy with the maxed out ring.
Yeah.
Level 250 ring. King Pidgey. Sorry. I apologize, Shade. No, Shade is 1600s. You're right. So Incidents is the second person from 1600s I've seen.
Oh, yeah.
But, so you're seeing 16 people from 1600s trickle in top 100. That's very strange to me. But, like, not in a bad way, obviously. But, I don't know. I think there's got to be a way, like, for them to take, like, cross arena stats, like cross arena and like cross parking. I know they're very different because it's server and not one person, but that has to be a number to throw into their metrics in some way, shape, or form. I don't know.
I'm going to do what I do best. I'm devil's advocate. But what about the newer servers? How are you going to put that metric together?
It's because it's not just the top 2. It would be like, oh, this server has this many people in GM3 or whatever the fuck it is, and this many people in, I feel like there's metrics for all the levels.
Sure. So, but let's say, obviously it won't happen for a while for 1800s. Sure. But what if Morty gets into Legends, the top 100, within, let's say, the next 3 months? Are you gonna throw us against 1001 or you?
No, I
you
think
know,
it's a
or
method.
even eight's main?
So let's say in 3 months, Morty
Yeah.
blanks alt.
Crush 'em.
Okay, I was gonna say no, but so let's say Morty blanks alt, comms alt, Farah's alt, and like the beasts of 846. I know I'm left off a lot of names there, but let's say there's 4 people in Legends in 6 months. Okay, then they would go against other servers with 3 to 5 people in Legends, and then a dozen or 2 dozen in Elite. Like it's all like you can match that up. I think pretty easily.
Honestly, I think a time frame like 0 to 4 months I think is appropriate. 4 to 8, 8 to 12.
Yeah, I think there's loads of things that need to be taken into account. Like, so, say like if you had like, I don't know, say like a lower end server, like 1,100 or something, come up against 1,400, I think it should come down to like average power level and like activity as well, because if a server's got activity, they don't necessarily need all that power, because if they play it smart and they work smart, it's something that is achievable and doable in like parking and stuff.
I agree. 100% I agree activity, but I feel like that's something that they already kind of take into account. Now that I don't think they did earlier. We haven't faced anyone that I can think of post-merge that's just not trying at all. Just dead, 0 lots, no one attacking. Like that hasn't happened. Before the Park Wars update with the expanded brackets, that happened often. Not, once or twice a month, but
83? Is that what you're talking about?
yeah, I'm talking about 483, and I'm talking about 450 a little bit, like
Yeah.
there's a lot of those servers though, and you knew who they were. Everyone knew who they were because we saw each other all the fucking time. And eventually that will likely happen again. That's gonna happen again, especially if they make us wait 5-6 more months before merge number 4. That's gonna happen again. And I do agree with Morty, like Morty's point of activity, but that's easy to calculate. They just have never really done it properly.
So
do it
here,
proper, like
here's the problem. They've always calculated the active
Number-
players
by gifts.
I don't know if it was by gifts or not, but I remember like when I was playing on my main for a little bit, it was like maybe 15 people would have hit the gift. Or I'm sorry, no. There was maybe 4 players, or I would say maybe 6 players doing parking, and then there was 70-something players accepting gifts.
And that's what I was going to bring up is like
Go ahead.
the way they do activity is incorrect. It's obvious from the imbalanced merges to the previously incredibly imbalanced parking, but they have to know the difference between someone who logs in, let's say 2 to 3 times a week, grabs some gems, doesn't participate in parking, versus someone who logs in once a day, grabs their gifts or grabs their gems, can't participate in parking because they're 50 levels below their top dude, right? 447, I think the highest level is Pokey at 191. So everyone 141 or below, they can't be counted in activity. They just can't. Like that, or they shouldn't be.
Right.
Like, so I don't know how to calculate any of that, but but they should know how to do, and they should be doing is all I'm saying.
See, I think what the devs are doing is, like you said, they're looking at gift box activity. But I think one issue that the devs have is they add all this stuff into the game, but for the newer servers and the newer players, they don't give like a proper introduction and breakdown to it. So like when you first come on the game, it says, oh yeah, you need to open this lamp, you need to do this, you need to do that. The need to do that with parking when it opens, and the same as when cross opens. So then newer players are introduced to that system, and they can actually start playing that system. Then they'll probably start to see the real activity more, because I feel that's where they're lacking. There's no real introduction to those newer players, unless there's a veteran on that server, which, that's not something you're always going to come by.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with Morty there, because when crossover parking begins, there is nothing there. You
Yeah.
have to just randomly
Okay.
click upon it. There is no like, oh wow, we have in-house and the server parking, public parking. But when it comes to cross server, there's no information there for the newer players. And I feel like that's what is happening since we're all in the 1800s. I feel like that's what happened. Because I'll be honest with you, with the merge, I was not expecting that many players to like come to our family. But there
I
was
thought they
a
were all dead.
yeah, I thought they were fucking dead too. I thought we were gonna get maybe
What I
like
mean,
5
this is
players.
because we had the activity, and they've got players that, like, even Luffy was saying, like, he didn't know about a lot of stuff. He didn't know about, like, say, getting the dark trials from Parking Shop and stuff like that. So he's missed out on bits like that because he hasn't had that introduction, and that's what a lot of players miss. Just like that kind of like, you've got to click this, we'll show you how to do this, give you a quick breakdown, and then there you go.
Yeah, because I have my main account and then I have the alt on 846. That's it. I guess I don't have a good insight into, and maybe my perspective is just wrong, but it feels like in my head, all the new servers are probably X%. I don't know what X is. Alt players, right? So let's say 10%.
No.
You don't think so?
Nope.
No,
I can
because
tell you,
You don't
the
think
opposite.
because of how many servers I've been through EU, I can tell you that is not the case. You will maybe get, like, if you are lucky, you might get like 1 or 2 or 3 veteran players on one server. The rest is new players that have no idea what they're doing. That's why you'll get a lot of veteran players that will go to the newer servers and say stuff like, oh yeah, use up all your resources, use up all your winders as soon as mount opens. So then these veteran players can then start getting that advantage in rush
they
and
do
stuff
the
like that.
they say the opposite of what they should be saying?
Yeah, because they can just feed that misinformation because there's no real, introduction to it, like step-by-step guide.
There's no guidance to any of it for new players. New players are kind of like you're thrown out to sea with no life vest. Good luck. Get fucked. I apologize if I can't cuss on stream, but just
You can. It's okay.
The translation and the descriptions for a lot of these, events and activities are not clear. So, and the reason I disagree with you, Colin, about the the veterans on the server is the merge. When we just got the merge, majority they were all like, "Oh no, this is my main. Like I'm a brand new player. I don't know. A lot of players they just don't know." And we had that little advantage. It's how much did you spend? Well, I mean, for me, it was not much. I don't have like event items. I have the controller, but I won that randomly. But it's just the daily grind, knowing what to buy, what to invest your resources in. It's just diligence.
See, this is stuff that I'm still learning now, playing alongside you guys on 846.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's still bits that I'm still learning. And, I've been playing since, like I say, EU71, so about a month after the game started, and I'm still learning new bits. So for new players, like Max said, it's just been, like, thrown out into the ocean with no life vest. Like, there you go. Find your way.
Yeah.
Yep.
And, we like even in the sailing and whatnot, we're always promoting, hey, watch the Shroom Chronicles if you're interested in the game and you have questions. Oh, hold on, I'll be right back. Hold that thought.
Yep. Holding.
Sorry, what Kitty and Com just both said, that was me too. Yeah.
I 100%. When this game first came out and my buddy was telling me about it, he's like, yeah, there's going to be some co-op player modes and stuff. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going to play the healer class then because, like, all the other games we played, I've done something similar, either like healer or tank. So I was like, yeah, this will be fun. And then we got going. And I was like, so when does the co-op mode come out? When do I get to heal? I don't see any heal skills. What's going on?
Yeah, same, like identical. I was just like, okay, I'll be that guy that sits in the back and like doesn't really do a lot until someone gets hurt. Then I'll heal their ass, and then like every once in a while I'll throw like some big spell at them and then hide again or some shit. That's what I thought. So yeah. Well, no, it's interesting. I guess like in my original server, we had Giraffic Sark. You know, he's no longer playing, but you know, we had a day one player. I think his first server was 1014. We had holy shit, I'm forgetting her name. Fuck, Buttercup, Gatekeeper, Keller, anyone, Blossom. Does anyone remember? Matsu's in chat. What up, Matsu? Fuck. I can't remember their name. We had like 4 or 5 vets, so we knew like before Souls came out, like, hey, Souls are coming, don't throw away your gold ones. And I was like, okay. They were like, you can throw away the other ones, but keep your gold ones, they're going to be your best ones, and so you can get reds and pinks. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, we had like, not a guide, like a literal player's guide, like Leroy's Tamer guide, but like a, you know, this is going to happen. And like even in the Discord server, it was like, hey, showdown starting. Here's a quick video on it. And I was like, oh, cool. I don't know what that is. And I'd watch the little video, and then it would happen and have an idea what to do. So yeah, without that, if that's not a thing, I don't know why I assumed it was like, okay, 5 to 10%, maybe even more if you're lucky, are vets in new servers. But yeah, if that's not the case, obviously, and you have douchebags coming in telling new players to like spend all their resources, like, so they can get like 2 extra rush tokens or some shit. Yeah, that fucking sucks.
I literally had it on one of my servers, so server EU123. I was the leader of a family called Lotus, so I'm not sure if you'd have any EU players watch this, but if they do, shout out to Lotus that he's still going strong. But I was the leader there, and I forgot what I was going to say now. Jesus Christ.
About people sending misinformation.
Oh yeah. No, so I was a leader there, and there was another family called Fallout, and their leader was apparently a veteran that had dropped loads on their original server, this, that, and the other, and was just feeding misinformation to all the new players, like saying, "Oh yeah, use your winders, do this, do that." I was like, guys, don't listen. You know, do this, play smart. If you're not planning on spending money, save these resources, save this, save that. You know, all the servers that I've been on, I've kind of like been a guide at the start for people, just trying to help them out and keep servers going. Because, like, I don't know, it kind of makes me feel good in a way knowing that I'm kind of helping some people out. Like, enjoy a game like it's meant to be enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. You have another fan in chat joining Morty. You have an army of them now, but Haya says hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there was a debate, Loki and I can't remember who else, but we were trying to figure out how to pronounce Haya's name, and then she told us in the Discord that it's after the flower, hyacinth, but I also don't know how to pronounce that. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna keep saying Haya. But yeah, there you go.
Oh, well, when she said it in Discord, I got yeah, like yeah.
PJ wants to know what type of hoagie you got.
What type of hoagie did I get? Oh, it's a. She told me it was an Italian hoagie.
The best.
From Subway. Yep. Mhm.
What's a hoagie?
A hoagie.
Submarine. Maybe.
Yeah. A grinder, a hoagie, a sub. A sandwich. It's like a long sandwich. It's like a hot dog sandwich.
A baguette sandwich.
Do you guys want to see it? Let me hear. I'll just show you. I'll just show it off.
Morty, you were doing so well. I forgot your like English. Like, I literally forgot. And then you asked what's a hoagie? Oh man.
That was Akane asked what a hoagie is.
I mean, we did already have the Chris conversation here.
Yeah, it's like a hot dog sandwich, I guess. I don't know. Let's see here. I'll open it up. There's probably a lot of meat.
$5 foot log is probably $10 now.
Blue
Like,
nachos.
I don't even know.
Blue nachos, yes. I absolutely skip rush events from time to time.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Just hit the tasks and then save the rest.
I've always found if you're gonna save, hit the task, and then just
Oh.
save all your extra.
Oh, wait a minute here. Let me show it off. Like I'm.
Blue Notches, there's certain rush events that I don't ever participate in ever, and then there's certain ones that I go for.
A hoagie?
Well, there's definitely hoagies too. Oh, there's a hoagie. Do you see it?
That's fine.
That
Is this a
looks
good angle?
good. It's pretty
I gotta-
good. Yeah, you can see the jalapenos and stuff.
It's a jalapeno
Yeah.
or yellow peppers?
Wait, yeah, let me see.
They're bananas. Like
Banana.
peppers. Well, banana peppers. Yeah.
Banana peppers.
I thought you meant literal bananas. My bad. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
bananas
Yeah.
on a fucking sub? That's weird. What, they probably do that in England.
Probably. I'm gonna do unholy things to this hoagie when I'm done talking to you guys. I'm back in the refrigerator. My freezer's
talk about
broken.
Don't talk about it. Be about it.
Oh shit! Ron Bomb's here. Max, your best friend.
Rob Bomb.
that-
What's up, my guy?
That's subscription only material. Anyways, I forget what I was saying. Oh, I was always trying to promote like Shroom Chronicles. Like, hey, if you guys are really interested in the game, and you have questions, and you want to, if you want to learn, instead of just not knowing what you're doing, being all willy nilly, and just complaining that you're losing, check out the Shroom Chronicles. Like, there's a lot of good information there for everybody. And some people, some people took it. Oh, I don't have time for that. I can't. Well, then, like, don't complain. Be bad for your power and stop complaining. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I wish I knew about Shroom Chronicles. The only time I found out about Shroom Chronicles was after my 222 account, and I got invited to the Mage Discord, I think it was. But
You
before
wouldn't-
that, I
you wouldn't
used to
have
watch
seen
someone called Midway, but now it's just Shroom Chronicles. Shroom Chronicles.
Mages of Lom, that server.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like my first, what's the right word? Like non-specific to a specific server. Like 490 had their cross server, and Max had their, cross server. Yeah. But yeah, I remember Loki invited me to that, and I was like, oh my god. Look at all these fucking mages. Farah was in there. I think Eno was in there. J-Hot was in there.
Hollow,
like-
blank, mid.
Yeah,
blue,
like-
they're all in there.
Blank.
It was
Welcome to
cool.
the big boys.
I was just like, wow. Look at all these people. I can ask anything I want. And like hassled everybody with questions for like weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Do what you do best.
Damn fucking straight. Always hassling motherfuckers. That's what I do. That's how I roll. Oh,
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, again, like 8 said, we promoted the Shroom Chronicles. We're only here to promote and help other players progress. It doesn't matter what server you're from. There's a lot of information to dig into here. It's not like we're just bullshit 95% of the time.
No. Yeah.
75%.
But I mean, yeah.
75%.
Yeah, I mean,
but
just put it on for background noise. There might be something that you pick up.
all right, it's a podcast. You don't have to look at us when we're talking.
But
You
you
should.
should.
You want that? If you want to do that, I could just do that on a daily. Just join 846 or join Shroom Chronicles Discord, and I'll be there talking or yapping if I need to.
Yeah, I wore a shirt today because Max told me, he said, I'm not gonna wear sleeves today, so could you please wear sleeves today? Like, have a little respect. Like, don't outshine me. And I was like, sure, I could do that for you. So,
Yeah. And it's
For
Ninja
you.
Turtles. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So who's
I
gonna
let
complain?
my hair. Yeah, I didn't know you were gonna let your hair down. Otherwise, I would have let my hair down too. But
Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on.
yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Better.
For some
Better.
reason, I thought you had long hair. I don't know why.
I was trying to grow my hair back out long to be like down to my shoulder blades again, but I gave up on that a long time ago. It got irritating.
Kitty wants to know when's the Shroom Chronicles workout stream.
Huddy
Well-
asked when the shirtless stream is, but I think he's got to come on for that one.
Wait,
Yeah.
I could.
I agree.
I can't do it. It'd just be like hearing up.
You can't ask Hoodie to come on shirtless. He's got to wear one specific shirt.
You know what? Yeah, you're right, Morty. So, Huddy, when are you coming on?
He just said he'll come on if it's a shirtless stream.
Okay, so it sounds like we're all going to go. Well, majority of us would go shirtless.
Can I go sleeveless?
You can go
shirtless.
sleeveless for that. Yes.
Okay, all right.
I mean,
Yeah.
50% of the viewers are here for 8 guns, so shirtless.
That's
I'm
I
with
can't even
you.
see it.
Yeah. So good. Love it.
Let's see here. That's not much there.
It should knock you the fuck out. Don't even lie.
I would. Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
heard the stories. We've heard the stories, right?
Oh. And the forest of something is something, something, something.
Welcome to the forest.
Yes.
My love. Yeah. I gave Free to Play some workout tips, for the traps. And honest to God, I don't work out anymore, guys. But I do 3 push-ups a day. That's it. That's it.
3? That's
We've heard
impressive.
the doctor away.
Yeah, 3 push-ups a day to keep the men's away.
Amen, sister.
It's like an apple, but the men's.
Funny how none of us sit here and deny it at all. Everyone's just gone silent.
About what?
3 push-ups keeps us all away.
Mhm.
Everyone's just
Yep.
gone quiet now, like.
Yep.
I mean,
I was reading the chat's having fun with this.
Yeah, walking up and down the stairs counts as cardio. Hell yeah. I just walked to the fridge. Did you not see me lifting that hoagie? And I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
So, Morty, I'm going to ask you a great question. What is your longevity goal for Amen server in 1846? What is your longevity goal? Because I'm going to be there with you step by step. I will be your rah-rah girl.
I mean, at the minute, I just literally just want to try and just like make it up into the rankings a bit. Just see if I can get my name out there in Amen. Try and compete with some of you guys, and see if I can be one of the best.
I'm going to push you to that agenda.
Let's put. I want to put a clock on it. How many months until Morty can make peak?
Nah, we don't put a clock on it.
No,
You
no, I
take
wanna-
your-
Hang on. What define peak? So you mean top 100?
just hit the top 100.
So
Wait, hang on. Me and Cam had this discussion. I've got a year to do it. No, is it 6 months or a
6
year?
months is what you said.
6 months.
I think
6
5
months.
to 6 months is more than reasonable. I think he can do it, and he'll have all of 846 behind him. And
Oh,
yeah.
speaking of first time in Legends, I'm doing it.
Do it. Fuck
Fine.
them up.
Plank, one of our awesome mods. We have a fantastic mod team. This is a non-sarcastic golf clap, eyes closed, nodding head of respect. This is non-sarcastic to all the mod team, but Plank, Keller, Crayola, the man whose name I can never pronounce. He's in Legends. Check his stats out, Morty. That's a good baseline, I think. I think Plank could have gotten in earlier than he did, but you can take a look at his stats. You can reach those stats in 5-6 months, I think, quite easily. By then, it'll be probably more difficult to get into peak. So,
If someone shows me a moment,
I think it's an
If
excellent
someone-
goal. I think you'll do it. I think you'll
if someone
absolutely.
shows me it on moments, I'll have a look and I'll see if I can hit
Hold on,
them.
let me follow
5-6 months.
All right, well,
moments.
We all got him on disc. So,
I followed
I'll
him.
give it till Christmas.
oh, here it is. Yeah. So 700 billion HP. Not too high attack because he's Sage.
Nothing.
You got this.
Easy
Morty.
peasy.
You got this. All 846 behind you. Max is your coach.
I thought me coaching him now. Not at all. I'm
Wait,
just
are you
giving
going
him the
fun or dog? A bun or dog warrior? What are we trying to
You're-
get into Legends with?
You're gonna have to explain that.
No, I know that Bunny's regen. I've had this
Yeah.
discussion with 8 already. See, I'm learning.
You hear?
I'm probably going to go for Bun. Probably going to go
That's what I'm
full
talking
save.
about.
Here
I
he
just need
said.
to try and get a decent map. Well, I don't know. I don't know what mount I could really use for it that I've got at the moment. Same with the
That's okay.
artifact.
Well, motorcycle obviously, but there'll be more
Yeah.
Not much vehicle.
motorcycles. I don't know who that's not good for. We haven't talked about this at all, but I think motorcycle's fucking stupid good. That's what I'm gonna say. And I thought it was stupid bad when I first read that shit. It was Leroy that changed my mind 100%.
See, this is why I didn't go for that. I was gonna go for it, and then I saw everyone saying, "Oh, well, it's not good. It's bad. It's bad." And then after the
I-
event ends, everyone's like, "Yeah, it's
No.
great. It's brilliant." You
I
missed
was
out.
in voice chat with you before the event ended because I remember you saying, "No, Colm, don't tell me that. I don't want to get it." And I was like, "I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you."
Oh, see, so he tells Morty to get shit, but not to tell Colin about the wolf. I get it. I see. I see how it
Didn't
is.
know
Colin.
about the wolf until
I'm never gonna
after.
forget it.
The
I'm
British
never-
guy's my favorite. That's why.
I know.
Well,
I know. It's all right. I can accept that.
To,
But
Right.
the
be,
motorcycle mount is stupid. It's
I was gonna say
fucking
to
Yeah.
be fair, Blank always tells me Blank is usually the voice of reason. He's like, hey, this is probably really good for Bun. You should get it. I'm always like, I don't think so. I don't think so. But I did get the motorcycle mount, and I will tell you that is what I've been using the motorcycle mount and those combo punch back piece. That is what I've been using as a Sage. That's what I'm using. That's what I used in the tournament. That's what I used for my cross server arena set. Like I've been just eating these tamers alive. Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of Blank, by the way, he didn't even tell me that he was using the motorcycle mount as profit and then beat my ass within the Shroomie tournament. So
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Blank.
Not
10:03.
cool. Not cool. Thought we were friends, Blank. No,
He's
I love Blank.
He's
Crush him.
No, I'm just being a dick. It's like Blank's one of those guys. Like I can't. Like Blank could say the most horrific, terrible string of words anyone could possibly imagine to me, and I'd go, "Whoa, so what's up, dude? What's wrong?" Like I would never assume anything of malice from Blank ever. One of those types of guys. But
Yeah, and I was gonna say, even though I for the last like I don't know 10 events, I've just been like, no, I'm not gonna. But no, I'm not getting it. He still tells me, hey, this is really good for Bun. No. But for Sage, honest to God though, this shuttle, the Cinderwolf mount, and this motorcycle, I don't think there's anything better.
I've got Cinderwolf. I was thinking about going for Nebula when Third Mage comes around, but that's still like quite a way away for us yet. It's just the artifacts mainly. I've got Beast Raw, Pixel, Unchained Staff, and that water one. So I'm not sure if any of them are really.
the water one was
usable.
underwhelming for my stall build. I picked that up because I picked that because I thought it might be good for stall, and then like I saw the skin and I was like, I have to have it. That water sword just tricked me, and now I'm never doing that again. But that one was underwhelming, I think. But
I use the scroll, the lantern scroll, and the Peppy gun. But
That's what I used to use on my 222 account, and the amount of people that was like, "No, don't use scroll, don't use scroll," and I was like, "Why? It works well."
it works for you. I've been using it since it came out, and that's all I use. But I'm using it in my tourney build. I haven't bought another. Yeah.
I was getting told to use Countdown Blast, I think it was, and
I like
as soon as I
Countdown Blast.
put
I'm
scroll,
actually
like
using that right now.
the difference was immaculate.
I don't have Countdown Blast, so like, just use what you have, make it work.
And Cam's seen all my stuff across all my accounts. I have a lot of artifacts that you probably find useful.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the alien back. I like the new. I use the alien back quite a bit. I like the fan for a Sage, like the fan, big time. Especially against other regen builds, and this new combo back or whatever. I don't even know what it's called, but the fists. You don't need much for a Sage. The other stuff is just like, it's nice to have, to play around with and against other classes and whatnot. But if you're just limited to like a select few items, you can make them work. You don't really need much.
I'll just have to see what I can do with what I've got.
Yeah,
And just pick your guys' brains.
it's the best thing to do.
I Cam though. Cam gives bad advice.
I give bad advice? Excuse me?
Tom gives excellent advice, except when it comes to Cinderwolf.
Damn.
I didn't. You know what? You know what? The next thing I find out, oh, you're not here, and I'll peep about it.
Yeah, I mean, Blank pushed it. He was like, he's like, I don't know. It adds. Is that the one that adds crit resist too?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, it adds crit resist. He's like, so you could swap your crit resist rune for a skilled. And I was like, yeah, I could, but I don't have it, so I can't. And he's like, but the event's still up. You can still get it. And I was like, yeah, it's probably. And I was like looking at it. I was like, yeah, it's probably really good. And I just passed on it.
Yeah, well, it's fine because you got fucking motorcycle, that stupid goddamn mount. I'm trying to figure out who it's not good for the more I think about it. I guess I don't know any plume that I've fought that has it, but
I use it on Archer?
Is that a
Dark Lord?
question?
So you have.
Would Dark Lord really use it?
who?
That was the
Sorry?
only mount they had. He asked about if Dark Lord would use it.
Snowy,
One could use it.
same.
Let me correct you. Power Bottom is saying what?
Oh, I'm gonna have to second GP the stupid fucking wolf when it comes back. I'm attacking people as a prophet with fucking Nebular Shuttle. That just feels wrong because since they nerfed Cloud,
Why is it Nebula Shuttle? The shuttle is way overrated, like underrated. It's awesome. Why do you feel like?
I know that it's great. That's why I'm using it. But what I'm saying is that doesn't feel correct when I'm used to like my pure attack builds that had Cloud and stuff. Whereas, and that's the way that it was. I think Calm described how Blank described it, or maybe Blank said it.
Blank said it.
That the wolf is kind of like a blend of the shuttle and Cloud. And had I even thought of it in that light, I absolutely would have scored it. But that's the thing is, like, since they nerfed Cloud, I'm basically on Nebular Shuttle for all of my attack builds, and it feels strange because I'm under just way less damage. And anyway.
I have a question. Oh, go ahead, Morty.
I was just going to say, what you're saying to me feels weird because my Prophet build was based on Nebula. That's what I've always run. I never, ever used Cloud.
Prior to more recently, that's all I ran for my mage build as well. And then, I don't know, in the past couple months...
In the last 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, it's just not it.
It's not it. No, the wolf is it. Yeah.
Well,
And especially now with the Cloud. But no, Cloud's the way to go, man. Like, for any Dark Lord, Prophet is different. It depends how stally you're trying to be, or if you're going at archers or something, like it's different too. But for like a general attacking set or a hybrid build, Cloud for sure. Until more recently, now it's like a question again. I don't think Cloud's unusable or something. That's not what I'm saying. It just feels bad now compared to what it has been, and I've gone more attack heavy on my builds, so it feels weird. And now I feel like I have to like backpedal and go back more HP. I don't know.
Well, and that was a term that I'd learned from, I think it was Hollow or Blank, like power creep. And I didn't know what that was until they had explained it to me. It might have been Hollow. I don't remember, but that's what it is. Power creep.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely here right now.
Yeah.
So Snowy, that's like the only set I use Cloud on still. He's saying you can really only fight sages with Bike as a mage. I disagree. That's like the only one where I still use Cloud. But anyway, I don't know. Sorry, I'm rambling. I'm going off.
What do you guys think about those little star items that you could buy in the event shop to level up, an artifact or a mount or a back piece? Like, what do you guys think about those? What are your thoughts?
We'll start with Morty.
I mean, for me, I think it's interesting, but at the same time, it's like, how many people? Well, obviously, big whales are going to go for them, like to get those 5-star artifacts. But how many people are actually really going to go for them? Like,
I think. I mean, it's the same.
Again, look at it from someone's point of view who's like not spent and doesn't really want to spend. Like for them,
Well,
stuff like that is unobtainable. I get that artifacts are anyway. It's useful to the whales, but again, it's just putting more into the game for the whales. I feel like.
That's fair. Okay, I don't disagree with that. The only thing that I paused on was like, I know a lot of people, even in my own server, that have like artifact skins that are definitely not whales, and that's how I was kind of looking at it. Is like,
Yeah,
when you
don't get me wrong, but like
oh,
some people do have those things. Like those people who got the free artifacts, like for instance. But how many of those people that have those like artifact skins are gonna whale enough just to get 250, of the resources just to buy one of them?
Oh,
I
it's
don't think
it's most certainly a whale. It's a whale item, 1,000%.
sure. I don't think anyone is gonna go directly for the thing. What I guess my point
No.
is, I love having it as an alternative to getting an artifact skin if I have all those event tokens. I like it. I think it's cool. I don't have any of them. I'm not gonna go for them. I'm not gonna spend a certain amount of money in order to get them. But I think that if I've had to pity an artifact that I want, and I have 250 sitting there, and I have a choice between like a bunch of hammers or winders or soul, whatever the fuck, or a star, I'm getting that fucking star. That's what I'm saying.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
go ahead.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, yeah, I get that, but then like, is the 1 star really worth it? How long is it gonna take you to get them 5 stars?
It
Well,
depends.
sorry, to get the artifact to 5 stars. So obviously, it's gonna cost you. So I'm not sure on like how much resources you need. Is it like 10 items or something for 5 star?
8 or 8, 9, 9. Sorry, yeah.
So like, yeah, so like, how many different events are you gonna have to go into just to get that one artifact to 5 star? Like,
7.
again, that's where I see it is playing into the whales. Yeah, I understand you might think, oh yeah, I'll get this 1 star,
But
but that 1 star is not beneficial to you. Whereas them hammers, again, you're thinking about the future, become beneficial. Unless you plan on whaling more often, them stars aren't really going to be beneficial for you.
That's where
Maybe for that damage res artifact.
right. Like there's definitely things, or if someone builds cheetah up long enough, up to 10 stars, long term, like if this game ends up having like a Pokemon Go type longevity, if it
Mhm.
does, which I don't know if it will or not, the odds are against it, obviously, but yeah, I'd much rather have the stars than the hammers, or these new artifact things or mount things, whatever, because they're for more than just artifacts, right? Yeah, they're for
Yes, there's
mounts.
artifacts back and mounts, but I don't think we've seen mounts and backs yet.
Not yet, but we will. What were you saying,
Yeah.
Max?
Well, I was about to say the same thing.
Oh.
What if somebody was gonna go chase a 10-star cheetah? They're
Well,
gonna they're gonna spend X
people will
amount.
get that. Yeah.
They will, and they're gonna spend X amount
Mhm.
to get each cheetah, and then they can go back and buy the star. So they can get it a lot quicker now.
Significantly quicker. Yeah.
Well, even I mean, like for instance, for the current, like when the damage res artifact, I don't know the name of it is. All I know is the damage res artifact, but like
Something
was it that
hammer.
that
It's a
that's something
hammer.
that the damage res hammer. I mean, you could still buy that hammer in the shop for 200 tokens. But later on down the next event, somebody wants to 5-star something else. I don't even know. At least it's an option to buy it's still more. They're what, 250 tokens instead of 200 instead of buying the item.
So I guess what you're saying, because it's such a universal token, you can use it on anything.
You can use it on anything. So a couple down the road, there's another event you want to whale on. Well, instead of buying multiple of an item that you don't want, or you want a 5-star back and not a mount, or whatever, that's an option.
I see where it's going with this. So basically, if you just want to farm those tokens for an amount that's released later on, fuck, you can 10-star that fucking thing, and then
that's it.
working.
Yeah. Because there are people that are going to 5 or 10 Does anybody have anything 10 star? Any of the artifacts 10 star? I don't think so.
Moose.
I think
Moose did.
I think
think I
I'll
met
say
him,
Woo.
but he was an EU player. Think.
Moose had some artifacts 10-starred, I'm pretty sure.
Moose did. Yeah.
Think
Yeah.
did Woo 10-star something? I don't remember.
I think Concrete. I don't know if Concrete's in here. I don't have the YouTube pulled up, but he's got what the damage rate. I think he's got that at 9 star maybe. So like that would be. Is it 10? I don't even know.
I want to say they went to 8 because they said they got the 20% at 8.
Yeah, and then it was Maths and someone else. I saw some screenshot of them talking. It was a screenshot of Maths showing like, hey, you get plus 2% here, plus 2% here, and then plus 1%, plus 1%, plus 1%.
It was +1, yeah.
Point, but I don't think it was 10, like Max said. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I bet they all went to 20% on that instead of the base 10.
yeah, adding that. But it is, and I don't know how much the mount ones will be, or I'm assuming maybe the mount and the back pieces will be like 150 because you can buy them for 100 in the shop, when they're out. Whereas,
I feel
if you
like
buy,
I feel like it'll depend on what the event main item is, because if like a mount's the main item, it's still 200 to buy in it. So
I mean the little star token.
yeah, but that's what I mean. If you get like not a main prize back, like yeah, it'd be beneficial to upgrade them. But then like if you're doing it for less than 200 or something like that, then you've got people that's like buying the big backs, like the main prize ones. I feel like I'm juggling my words up. I know what I mean. Like I just can't.
Yeah, like
explain it.
the motorcycle mount was like a grand prize.
Yeah,
And that had
and then you've got
like
a lot
shuttle.
of events where like, the mount's like 500. So are people really going to spend that much?
Some will, most won't. I think it's a great addition as an option for. So like I have 2 things 5-starred: Cloud Drifter, which is from the Rush Shop, and then Phoenix Frost, which okay, whatever. But like I'm stoked that it's a thing. I'm not going to go out of my way to buy them for the sake of having them. But yeah, like if I have a choice between starring up an item that I want to work on and getting 5% global bonus with an artifact skin, I like having the option. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
And not for whales, for sure. Like nobody's.
Don't get me wrong. I do see it as being beneficial, but again, like the way I'm looking at it is, it's making that divide between free to play and pay to win bigger. That's just like my personal opinion on it. Like I could be completely wrong, but I just feel like it's just because someone's throwing money at something, like they're getting way more overpowered, whereas the free to play players, like they're never gonna see stuff like this. Like
That's true.
unless
That's the
for me,
majority of the stuff. Like that's the game. Like
to
that's
me,
the game.
I feel like to me, I'd feel like it'd be more fair if they introduced at the same time some of the older artifacts free, like in the spinner and stuff for free to play players, so they've got that bit more variety as well, not just this hammer. Whereas the pay to play players can just like up anything they want now.
At least put the 500 spinner mounts in the rush shop, like the feather rush shop. I don't understand. You've got the crescent there. You've got the race car there. They were events. Put the rest of them there. You haven't seen them ever again, other than like a merge event.
Yeah.
The backs, we haven't seen any of like what we saw, like 2 or 3 backs in the merge event. And then we've seen nothing else.
Yeah, they really should look into a way to rotate more and more of the old items back in.
But I think I was gonna say I think the stars, they're not gonna divide the whales and the free to play because there's already a divide there. It's gonna be a division amongst the whales. That's where you're gonna see the divide. Because I mean, I'm not getting the stars, but you know, somebody and somebody else who does. I mean, you're definitely going to see the difference there.
So we're just gonna see Blue just go further.
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. You know, because what else? You know, because I mean, I go for the hammers first. So the first two, if I don't get 200 of those little tokens, but if I do, they all go to hammers. So there's no way I'm getting another 250.
Yeah.
Are the prices confirmed for the different stars? Like, is the mount one 150 and the arty 250 and the mount is 200 or some shit? Do we know that, or is that not yet a thing?
No, we won't know until the next event, probably.
Okay. Anyway, I it is what it is. I don't disagree with what Morty's saying. Like,
Yeah.
But like the way that you just worded it makes more sense to me. Like, yeah, that's what it really is. And yeah, like, as an example, if I had Pepe Launcher, which I fucking don't, because it's bullshit. But if I had it, and there was a way for me to 5-star that, I would absolutely go for it. So the truth of it all is that it's just another way that the game has found to monetize. They're monetizing the game more, giving more incentive to buy passes or buy spins and shit for events. And I love that it's another option. That's all. That's my take. And yes,
And
it's going to divide the whales even more into more classes.
Yeah.
That's after you've said that, yeah.
It would be nice, actually. I mean, even if it cost 200, if it was not just an item that you already owned, it was an option to buy. Like, here's an option to pick an artifact. Okay.
I feel like it would be useful.
Yeah, just the option, you know, not one that you already have, you know, instead of just starring it up, but like, okay, like, if it was an option, like, spend 250 to get an artifact, yeah, I would do that.
Yeah, and they would have made way more money doing that. Way more. Because I'd have been like, Pepe Launcher. Next event, I would have been like, I want this. Like, they would have gotten a lot out of me. Yep. Chainsaw. Give me that.
The scissors would be on my list. Little Debbie, the little snake, the snake mount, I guess, or whatever it is, the little Hermes or what, I don't know what it is.
Staff of Hermes.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of stuff.
So good.
Yeah, the little countdown blast, like, I definitely would have. I would have really considered it. But it's something you already have. Yeah.
I do totally like that idea, but I think that the one thing that the devs would do, and I feel like this is pretty much a guarantee, is if they even did consider like doing that, the collab items would be locked to that option.
Yeah.
Of course.
That is the one thing.
Of course.
But speaking of the Pepe, Rabs is on about possibly going for the 5-star.
What?
The 5-star Pepe gun. Yeah, do it, Rabs.
That'd be badass.
Why would you not? You're never going to see it again. These are universal tokens that you can use on it. Makes sense.
Let's see what that upgrade preview looks like
Hold on.
as a 5-star.
He's in a 10-star.
Pull it
Like, God damn it.
Yeah.
But here's a disadvantage.
25% of the character's max HP.
But
Deal 15% base attack.
here's a big disadvantage, though. Only X amount of servers are going to have the Pepe gun, just like only X amount of servers have the B-Duck Avian.
Hmm?
How are you going to include the newer servers that are being made?
They won't, just like how I'll never have the fucking Pepe gun.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, but I mean, like,
eventually the 15. So like,
Power creep. It'll become outdated. You know.
yeah,
right, for sure.
But also just like with no speeding, like originally 490 and then 488. We got that merge is when we got the no speeding.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
but what I was talking, like, who was it? I was talking to someone in the 1500s, like early 1500s, and like logically, some of them in the especially the early 1500s, they will merge into eventually in some number of merges, 1 maybe 2, they'll get no speeding.
They either merge them in the high 1400s where you guys are at, or they'll just merge you guys then all into the 1300s. That's where the game, I think, is heading to at this moment.
Well, I'm just trying to think of how many, because we're in 447 now. You started in 1091, is that correct? 8?
Yeah, 1091. Yep.
1 now she's in 03. I started in 490 and I'm in 447. There's a lot of swing way. Like, there's a lot of swing, you know?
Sorry, guys. I was just looking at the duck saw. Like, that's what I would 5-star.
Hey, there's Ernie. What up, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, give us 4th merge. Yes, please. Oh, Uzi's already. So Uzi, 1369, they got their early May merge, and they beat the shit out of 488, my server at the time. They beat the shit out of us in parking. And then we faced off again after the merge, and it was the results were different, is what I'll say. But yeah, 4th merge. Where's 4th merge? I want a 4th merge. Give us 4th
You
merge.
got me a 4th merge. You already had your 3rd one.
Put 447 in with 1216. I want to play with Calm.
Yeah.
I want to play with Calm. Let's do it.
This is the most plunderers I've seen from my server. Oh wait, no.
Shit.
It's 3 of us.
Got plenty. It looks like I got some guard kills.
Kim just killed me. 1005 got the lot. Nice job, guys. But yeah, did you look at the B-Duck saw? Like the 5-star?
Oh, you want me to pull it up? 1 second.
Yeah.
I got distracted with parking. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah. No, I'm dead.
I'm probably gonna die here in a second. Oops.
Yeah, I was looking at the Pepe gun and I was like, oh, that's good fight. And then I just looked at the duck saw and I was like, oh shit, like I would 5-star that.
30% basic attack damage. Defense to 8%. Damage equal to 12% of their max HP. And their damage received by 9% until the... Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Those are nice upgrades.
Yeah.
The defense cuts from 30 to 40%, like an extra 3%. Like those are nice upgrades.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, that ain't bad.
No. And the 10-star is nice. Not that I would 10-star, but like that's.
Oh no.
And I use the duck. I use the duck saw quite a bit.
Do you use those? That's what I was gonna ask you about. Because during the top 128, I was thinking about going Sage. Because I've played with a little. Oh, you were the one. You helped me with my first Sage build. I remember 8. Yeah. But I was looking at those the angel wings, not the plumage ones, not lustrous plumage. The
Dark Angel wings.
Not fallen angel either. The bleed. They do like the bleed damage.
Yeah, the 1.5%.
The one that's in our merge event now.
Here, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, the one in the first merge event. Those.
Which
what the
one?
fuck are they called? I'm trying to find them. I usually wear them. Oh, here. Celestial surprises. These
What is
fuckers.
this?
Ah, shit.
Those-
I just-
Those ones that do like
What is this, a back item? Sorry, I missed.
back.
Back.
Yeah.
Oh, those. Hold on, I can bring that up.
These fucking things. So I used to wear these all the time. But every 11 seconds, AoE bleed damage equal to 200% of your basic attack 5 times. Ignores immunity each time, having a 50% chance of dealing extra damage equal to 1.5% of max HP. So it's the second part that caught my attention when I was just thinking about like how can I maximize HP based damage. So I was wondering if you'd ever messed with those. Because you're the OG Bun Queen. No, haven't messed with them?
No, I don't like the RNG on them, and I don't.
Fan is fan. I can't argue with fan, obviously, but I was looking at them because I was like, I remember I got them in our first merge solely because they looked cool. That was it. I was like, those are fucking cool. I'm gonna wear those, and realized I'd never used them. But when I read them, I was like, wait, maybe.
Oh,
No, like in the words of Wu, they're a stat decoration.
nice.
Okay, just globals.
Yeah.
Yep.
There are too many things now that are just so much better. Like Alien Back, I think it's better than that. The fan. If you're looking to do max HP damage, just put the fan on with Dragonic.
I used to like running, is it Frostland? The one where like if you run slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just running vines because it was basically proccing like every 5 seconds, I think, or maybe less. And like I could just see the damage output, and it was quite nice.
So Morty, Jay How wants to know, why did you get a Google Pixel?
Because
Great
Google
phone.
Pixels are my favorite phone.
What he likes. Leave the man alone.
It's still an Android now.
Yeah, it's still Android, but it's Google.
So you're Android.
I am Android. I do not like iPhones. I've been there once, never again.
I'm just starting a debate in chat, but nobody really debated other than Jay Hot.
I just participated for you. There you go.
There you go. Yeah. That's why I'm debating it, because I saw your Apple.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I grew up in the house. Every computer in my house, my whole entire life, was a Mac, except for my dad's work computer, which I wasn't allowed to touch. And then in my school, it was all Macs. And by the time I went to college, Macs. And then my first like real job that wasn't teaching chess, I worked for Apple. I'm just one of those guys. I don't give a shit what anyone else uses. Use what you fucking like, dude. It doesn't matter to me. I don't fucking care. Use what works for you.
Can I ask you, when did you get the colorful Apple computers where it was the monitor
that
and
was, like,
the screen together?
Yeah,
I
the
know what
fucking, you're talking about, like the ones that look like what was the maid in
remember at this
the
point.
Jetsons? Betty, what was her name? Yeah, you guys don't know the Jetsons? Fuck.
Here,
Betty
I know
Jetson?
the Jets. Hey,
Betty Boop?
maybe.
Betty something, right? Yeah, they look like those big iMacs. Or they weren't really iMacs, I guess, but they looked like what I imagined her like toaster oven to look like. The ones where you could like see through them and shit. So it was in the 90s. I think that was middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Like 94, 93? I don't know. It was before the iPod, that's for sure.
I hate being the youngest here. This is bullshit.
Wait,
You-
how old are you again?
How old is Morty?
I'm
You don't
not
have to give an exact age. What
I'm
decade?
I'm not saying anything until Max confirms his age.
I'm 32.
So I'm the youngest then.
Okay.
Okay, no, you're the baby.
You've got a
Okay.
year on me. That's it, a year.
A year. Okay. Well, regardless, we're the babies of this group here.
I don't know what you mean. I'm a child.
You're old, Tom.
I'm a man child. I'm told all the time.
I mean, I'm
It's
sure
weird.
many of your viewers can confirm that statement as well.
See?
That's. I'm not trying to throw shade at you oldies or anything. I'm just saying. Not the youngest anymore. Or the
Cutie
oldest.
always waiting for her shot, just hiding in chat, waiting, just to
Is
call
Cu-
somebody old. She's just
Is
waiting.
Kit? Of course she is. Is she talking shit?
No, not terribly.
No,
y'all
not
just
terribly.
old. Not terrible. It's just normal cutie talk from our beloved cutie.
Calm
That's
looks
fine.
22, Max like Nylock.
So
Nylock,
kind.
you. Damn, Kitty said you're nice and young.
There.
Look at you two. I'll applaud that one, Kitty. They look nice and young.
Who looks nice and young?
Me.
Kitty,
over here, look.
Calm and Nylock.
Yeah.
They look young.
Yeah, Betty White over here.
No, I'd say 8 looks the youngest. Without guns, 8 definitely looks the youngest.
It's because I shaved.
It's once you shave.
Oh, do I get to see the 8 beard?
Oh no, I threw it out. It was made out of a dish towel. my face broke out. I had like a reaction from it
Oh,
being
no.
taped to my face.
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it was like, maybe it was made of fiberglass or something. I don't know.
Oh,
But yeah,
no more beards.
in my face. Yeah, so can't do that anymore.
What a shame.
Damn
I'm
it.
growing mine back out.
Sorry,
It'll always be the youngest. Yeah. Thank
I'll
you.
stop talking about the. They were trying to chip away at Huddy in parking over here, and he's just standing tall. It ain't happening. He said no.
He's still a tamer.
Yeah.
I had to clap those cheeks. Give him the a dash, or what are they, colon, putty colon. That's what I'd give him.
I got you. I want
Yeah.
everybody to. I want everybody that's in chat spam this.
Spam. Oh. Oh no.
Oh yes, it's happening.
Oh no. Thank God YouTube doesn't have that emote.
Yeah.
The number of times I've seen it typed out, and I'm like, wait, why isn't it doing the O?
Mhm.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, I figured out you can't post it in long Discord when I got a warning for it.
Of course, Snowy, you're gonna be the difficult child here. Goddamn power bottom.
All right.
The
I'll
power
find
bottom. The power bottom.
The power bottom. The power bottom of every server.
Exactly.
We got a wedding in 10 minutes, according to Jay Hot.
Oh yeah, she actually divorced Rabs, and then he came back. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You know what I'm really sad about? I didn't even get invited to this wedding.
Get good.
I've got like
Really?
6 different wedding invites today.
As a kid, and then I get beat.
I'll say, Ravs, are you coming back at least?
What do you mean? He said
You-
he's about to pass my power.
No, I mean, like, full time. I mean, Uzi, you should come back too.
Everyone should just come to 846. It's the place to be. Like, if you don't like your mages, you don't like your mains, just come to 846.
I mean, he's got that reunion. You know, you can buy the stuff there and get a whole bunch of keys and whatnot. But
Marry somebody from A847. I got plenty of options. And all the 2 Spanish servers that just kind of like hopped into our alliance or
I
family.
mean, I had to marry myself, so, you know. I'm just that special.
Sorry, Min. Morty is off the market.
yeah, divorced Sleuth kicked him right to the curb. Yeah.
Mining simulator, yes.
It's my favorite game. I love Mining Simulator.
Mining Simulator, #1 game in the iOS store right now.
Just be
Oh,
happy
100%.
I used my pickaxes earlier today, because I would have had 3,000 at this point.
I kind of wish you used him now.
I'm trying to use the 300 I had.
I like mining. Every day I like mining.
I'm kind of lazy on the mining. I use the auto mine a little bit.
No, you
For
must.
shame. Nobody mentioned I
You
used
know,
it earlier on the
No, I do
Oh,
what other people. I do what other people have recommended. I only do 30 each time.
Nah, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
You got a manual mine.
Yep, man,
I,
mine all the way.
I auto mine 30.
See,
It's a
there we go.
It's just a trap.
There you go. Yeah, it's
I
like
do.
a,
I
mi-
auto mine.
Same.
I
feel
auto
like
mine to
I'm-
30.
a slow game of Tetris. I like it.
Yeah, I just auto mine to 30 and then clear up if there's rocks there. You know, I blast and.
So Uzi, or not Uzi, fuck Not Uzi. She's gross. Morty.
You just called me Uzi.
Nope. I called you
shame.
Morty. Uzi's on my mind because I want the spam or the emote god to come back, but it won't. So Morty, do you have any true advice to newer players that we're playing with per se?
New advice, advice for newer players. Just, I don't know. My advice would be: don't afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid to, you know, put the feelers out there and get information on stuff. Like if you don't know about something, ask. You know, we was all new once ourselves. We've all had to learn this stuff. We don't mind passing the information on. You know, it's not an issue. Like sometimes, yeah, we might be busy. We can't help you straight away, but it doesn't mean we won't help you at some other point. You know.
For
Join
sure.
the Discord. Ask questions.
Yeah, definitely.
sure.
Don't be afraid to ask. Like, ask for help.
I mean, a little backstory. That was kind of like the whole plan with my perspective of this Shroom Chronicles, since I'm one of the OGs from the very beginning, was to connect the old players with the new players. And
Has occurred. The bridge has been built.
that bridge has been built, and now we're trying to expand it even more so. I would love to see the EU players in here. I would love to see the newer players from the 800s and beyond, and between even that. You know,
I mean, I am trying to pull those EU players in for you. It's just there was a small bunch that would actually be awake at this time.
Difference hurts.
I think what would help the most, Morty, if because you're EU, maybe you could build that bridge.
I mean, Pilly already said earlier that she wants to come on Shroom Chronicles. Get Pilly on, and you'll start getting more people on.
That's
Hell
also
yeah.
fair too. Yeah, we can definitely get her on.
Like,
That-
just remember, Pilly has connections that I don't. So, like, Pilly, she's in the server with Remy. I think she's with Actar. She's with Trust as well, I think. You know, she's with a lot of the big EU players, and like, she's probably the best person to speak to about building this connection. Yeah, I know some EU players, and they know me, but I wouldn't say like I really have that connection with them.
But it's still a connection, regardless of the fact. Doesn't
Oh
matter
yeah,
how
it's
many
still,
you know.
like I say, I'm still putting, I'm still putting word out there and trying to get people in, but my word means very little in EU.
Yeah, well, now you're known as the traitor, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now it's pointless me saying anything. Everyone's gonna be like, "No, traitor said it." Nope.
Can't discount you.
We just got to get everybody over to Amen. That's all it is. Just combine
Yeah.
them by force.
Yep.
I mean, I did have a suggestion for you about something, but I'll speak to it. I'll speak about it when we're not on.
Okay.
Oh well,
Yeah.
thanks for bringing it up publicly to talk about it privately. That's super cool, Morty.
So what you're trying to say is, usually we ask people who would you like to call out that you'd like to see on one of the next episodes of the Shroom Chronicles. Are you nominating Pilly?
I mean, there's a few people I'd like to see. Definitely a few people. Like Pilly would be one. I'd definitely like to see Remy on. Obviously, Actar is another one that I'd like to see on. And then like Amen players, so I'd like to see J Hot on, Hoodie, maybe even Victor as well, or has Victor been on?
No. Victor hasn't yet.
The furry?
Oh.
Yeah, you need to get Hoodie and Fairy together. And then if you get Hoodie and Fairy, I think you might even get Uzi along.
Oh my god.
Like the triple team, innit? Triple threat.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, the 846 wedding has begun.
Shit. Yes, it has.
I was thinking about that hoagie in the fridge.
Hashtag priorities.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it.
Do we want to wrap up with some rapid questions for Morty here, and then go from there?
You ready for him, Morty?
I'm gonna say yeah, but yeah, no, no.
You are.
Hell yeah.
All right, they're real easy. You just gotta say the first thing that comes to mind. No big deal. Okay.
Okay.
Favorite movie?
Deadpool.
Which one?
Gotta be the original.
Okay. Favorite TV show?
Rick and Morty.
Okay. Favorite musician or band?
See, that's a hard one. I don't really have one, so I'm just gonna say Eminem.
Okay. Do you have a
No,
favorite?
no. It's clearly Rick. You get Swifty. That's the only song you ever listen to, right? Just
Yeah,
over.
sure. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite comedian?
Russell Howard.
Boxers or tidy whities?
Boxers.
Okay. Sunny Delight or orange soda?
What's orange soda? You mean like
Up.
orangeade?
Our fizzy drink. Fizzy. Orange fizzy.
Is the orange? Probably Sunny
have-
Delight.
You don't have like Fanta in England?
Or Crush?
Yeah, we have Fanta, but Fanta is known as Fanta. Then we have like Orangeade, which is fizzy orange.
Yeah, okay.
Soda's an American term.
That's fair. Root beer or Yoo-hoo?
What or what?
Come on, you don't know root beer or Yoo-hoo?
Root beer for I don't think they have that over there.
They gotta have something similar. Let me see.
I don't think they do.
Somebody explain Yoo-hoo.
I mean, they probably sell like these sorts of things in shops, but it's not something that I go looking for.
Yoo-hoo's like chocolate milk. It could be like
But watery.
I think we did used to have those. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Yoo-hoo because I don't know what root beer is.
The
Root beer is
English-
another fizzy.
The English equivalent of root beer is generally considered to be dandelion and burdock.
No, yeah, no.
dandelion and
fuck?
burdock.
That's what Google says. Okay.
Man, we need to make a fucking Shroom Chronicles root beer and sell it in England. Make a fucking
Dandelion and.
Oh yeah,
what is
somebody
it?
in here,
Dandelion and
1,000
burdock.
horsepower, said it's dandelion and
Yeah.
burdock. Oh yeah, a few people are saying it. Dang.
Huh.
Favorite
Guess I
food?
like-
Oh, what happened to Cams? Did Cams go?
English breakfast.
Oh, Cams did go. Hold on. Are we back? I think we're back. Okay, we're back. Let me try. Is this gonna fuck it up again?
Oh, I see this now.
Okay, no, we're still good. Okay, sorry. What was the favorite foods?
So when you say favorite food, you mean like meal?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So English breakfast.
What's in an English
That's what I
breakfast
was about to
besides
ask.
Beans?
A traditional English breakfast is beans, tomatoes, toast, bacon, sausage, fried egg, hash browns, black pudding, which I don't like, and mushrooms. I think I said it all.
So mushrooms and beans and black pudding, which you also don't like. I don't get that at all. The rest of it totally tracks though. Okay. That's fucking
Why do
weird.
I know the most European terms here? What the fuck?
Oh, no,
Why do you guys not know what baked beans are? Is the bigger question. Like,
baked
I,
beans.
I was literally just gonna say beans and toast. I
Yeah.
feel like that's like the go-to for you guys.
no, so that's what we call like a council estate meal. So it's like a cheap, quick, easy meal.
Yeah.
So, like, that's what, like, a lot of poorer people would just eat. Sort of like pot noodles. That's a council estate meal.
Okay.
If you
A
had,
count
oh,
a
go ahead.
state. Sorry, what was it called?
What?
You said a counselor state meal. What did you say?
Council estate.
Council?
A council estate meal. I don't know.
So
What-
it's like a council estate is like you'd probably call it a poor neighborhood, a low income neighborhood.
Oh, see, I thought it sounded more fancy. Okay, that's why I was doing one of these. I don't
It's a,
know why.
a fancy way of saying poor.
Okay.
It's
But
a polite
you're on a
way of
budget.
saying poor.
Yeah, you're on a budget.
So you just don't ever rock like a bowl of like fucking Cheerios or anything?
Well, some people do eat cereals, yeah, but
I'm not saying
I
like
don't.
you. Like, you don't ever just like sit down, you get a bowl out, you pour some fucking cereal in, put some milk in. You don't rock that.
We got a question for
Like,
that later. Just
very, very rarely. I do sometimes, but I've just got to be in that mood. I very rarely eat cereals.
Okay. Okay.
well, I guess I
And
can
what-
strike that
uh,
question from the list. Dialogue.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was just like trying to picture Morty in England eating like this breakfast that he just named like.
Just
there's,
quickly,
like,
just
12
to add
fucking
to
things
it,
in it. There's like
I am I am also type 1 diabetic, so I do have to be careful with what I eat. So like a lot of cereals contain like a lot of sugar, so that's not something I'd normally eat.
what's the name of the biggest supermarket in England? I've only been there twice, so I'm trying to remember. But I remember going into like some huge supermarket. What the fuck was the name?
Either Asda or Tesco.
Tesco sounds
I-
familiar.
I don't know those.
Well, Asda is Walmart, so Asda is basically Walmart. Tesco's is just Tesco's.
No, it was just a supermarket. Like it wasn't like a Walmart where they had like clothes and stuff. It was just food.
Grocery store, that's what we call it.
Iceland, maybe?
That's
No.
a country.
I don't know. 'Cause so many shops do, like, you know, our supermarkets do, like, everything now.
All right, ready for the next question?
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
You ready, Morty?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, if you had an unlimited amount of money, what would your first thing you do with it after buying like your essentials, like your home, your car, buying everything out in Legend of Mushrooms? What's the next thing you do?
I don't know, because I'm sort of like a
Yeah.
kind-hearted person, so I'd just probably, like, help people out, look to, like, help people.
Fair. Nice. Mac or PC?
PC,
Android or iOS?
Android.
Good.
Google Pixel.
Same. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars over Star Trek.
What about Lord of the Rings?
Probably still Star Wars.
What's your favorite deli meat?
Good man.
Favorite war what?
Your deli meat? Like your fucking pastrami or I don't know, that's my favorite. That's what I went to first. I was trying to
Pastrami's
think of
great.
something else and all I could think of was pastrami. I was like, man, I'm
What do
hungry
they-
now.
What do they call it? Cold cuts or something in England? What do they call
Yeah,
it?
well,
They
you
just-
put
What
whatever you
about
put
my
on a hoagie.
favourite? What's my favorite, like, slice of meat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, because we don't really go into, like, too much with that. So, like, for us, you just get a packet of ham from a shop. That's it. Chuck it in a sandwich. You're done.
Fair enough.
So you walk into a Tesco. I remember. See, and you just get a
Okay.
packet of ham. There's not like a butcher's like area, like a
Some do, but it's not very often people use them.
oh.
Or I'd say it's more of like a middle higher class thing over here because it's like quite expensive.
Oh. That's interesting too. Yeah, y'all need to fix that because meat is delicious. Yeah,
Delicious.
delicious.
Like sliced cheese, you know.
Oh man.
Who's been your favorite Shroomie tournament partner?
I mean, I've only really been with J-Hot, so gonna have to be J-Hot.
Nice. Would you consider yourself a weeb?
What's a weeb?
An anime or manga lover?
Thank you.
Probably say no, but
Fair
I don't know. Maybe.
Uh, waffles or pancakes?
Waffles.
Do you have any favorite artists, like painters or sculptors?
Not that I can say no.
Do you have a favorite book or series of books?
So I did really like reading the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series.
It's a good one. Do you have a favorite author?
Um, I can't think of his. I think it's like Stieg Larsson or something. I think that's the name of the guy that does them. But I've read a few of his books. Well, some, but I can't like remember off the top of my head now what they are.
Okay. Bob Dylan or the Beatles?
I feel like I should say Beatles here.
You should say whatever you think is the best answer.
I'm gonna say Bob Dylan.
Fuck yeah! And he's from England. Ha!
That's our first one, I think. Nice. What's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Leonardo.
Yes.
Favorite Pokemon?
Gonna have to go with a good old Charmander.
If you could remove one class from Legend of Mushroom, which would it be?
Oof. Probably Prophet, just for the fun of it, just to see the chaos.
Chaos. There's like none of us left.
Talking about bye.
Oh my god. What's your favorite sport?
I'd probably say football, soccer for you guys.
Do you have a favorite athlete?
I mean, favorite athlete, I'd have to say Paddy the Baddy, Paddy Pimlet, if you've ever heard of him, UFC fighter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Quick follow up on the favorite sports since you said football, soccer. What's your favorite team?
Again, I don't really watch it as much now,
Oh,
but
okay.
back when I used to, it was Liverpool.
That's fair. Favorite color?
I also did.
What?
Blue.
Max, what was it?
I was say, did you get confused when he said football?
No.
If that was American football or
No,
regular?
I figured it was going towards soccer.
Okay.
I mean, I'd like to understand how your guys' sport is called football, considering
I agree.
you don't really use your feet as much.
Oh.
Your guys is basically rugby with different rules and extra
So
padding.
I've had this argument, I don't know how many dozens of times in my life, and I agree with you 100%. Our football should be called fucking tackle ball, and soccer should be called football universally. That's just, it makes sense.
So, fun fact, I know Aussies call our football gridiron.
Gridiron?
Yep.
Okay. I still like tackle ball better. I don't know.
Favorite
I
game?
mean,
Fucking tackle, and there's a ball. I mean, okay, I guess
Sorry,
rugby.
just quickly to go to it. See, your football I see as rugby, which
Yep.
I don't know if you guys know what rugby is.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
First we do.
yeah.
Yeah, so your football is just basically rugby to me, just with extra padding and some kind of bigger hits, maybe.
Way stronger guys. You could take any NFL team against any of your rugby teams, and it would be like AY fighting me.
Now
I just
you
I think England
now
in
you
that.
are tripping. Now you are tripping, Nyla.
No.
Sorry, you guys need extra padding so you don't get hurt, but we just take the full
So they
brunt of the hit.
don't die. Correct. So they don't die. How many
Yeah,
fatalities?
our guys ain't scared of that, and they're taking the same hits that your guys are.
They're not. They're holding each other's shoulders and shit. I've been to my fair enough matches of rugby. It's not the same. It's not the same. You can get hurt.
When they're tackling, it's the same.
Mm-hmm. It is.
But it's not the same type of caliber of human being, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Do you know what? I'd love to see you say this to some rugby players.
That's okay. Yeah, I mean, I would say it to them. They can disagree. They beat the shit out of me. That's fine if they want to.
I'm just gonna trump everything here. I think hockey is a more physical activity than any other activity or any sport, other than lacrosse. Lacrosse, they go hard.
That's fair.
They do have sticks in both of those, to be fair.
I'm going full Canadian on this here, but hockey I think is a lot more physical than football is at this point, or American football.
Oh, hockey! See, even I think that, and I don't really watch much of either. And I'd say hockey's more like a lot rougher than American football.
I don't know, man. I went to high school with a guy that played in the NFL. I had classes at ASU in college with Terrell Suggs, who played in the NFL for a long time. These are the biggest people I've ever seen in my life. And they're running full force. They would just, like, Ron Baum has it right. Period.
Yeah.
American football athletes double the size of professional rugby players. Like that. That's just 400-pound linemen. Like that. It is what it is. I really don't give a shit. I don't know why I'm arguing so much.
Debatable. I will say this, though. European football players, they're more athletic for a certain extent because they're continuously going for the most part. Until they flop.
Oh, I mean, that's what... I mean, they grow up playing all over Europe, right? And all over the world. They grow up playing soccer more than any other sport. That's why it's the most popular sport in the world. And we suck at it. America sucks at it because I think for several different reasons, many different reasons. But
we see that every 4 fucking years.
Yeah, we're terrible. We're terrible. Like, I think a lot of it's just cultural, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
No, 100%. You're correct. It is cultural. European. Sorry, Morty. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I just think if you didn't dump the tea in the harbour, maybe we could have taught you how to play proper football.
Well, we wanted a party, and Boston seemed like the right place, so we were like, fuck your tea. Yeah. Do you watch Ted Lasso? It's not on the question. I was just curious.
No, I've seen videos of it, and I do want to watch it, but I've never seen it.
Because that guy's right about a lot of things, and he thinks tea is disgusting, and I agree with him. Just saying that. I'm just throwing that. I don't know. I don't know why I'm giving you a hard time.
First
I'm
player out here, and you're
British,
just bashing all of his stuff. Like, oh my
but
god.
this is the thing. I'm British, and I don't drink tea, so bash tea all you want.
That's fair. That's fair.
I've already been called a traitor by Trust for that.
So you're saying, as well with Legend of Mushroom, had you been there, you would have thrown the tea in the harbor as well. You
Well, I
would have
don't know
gone
because
from
I
the
wasn't
EU
exactly
side
there. I
to
don't know
the
the actual
American side.
circumstantial evidence for dumping the tea in the harbour, so I couldn't say yes or no. I haven't exactly brushed up on my Boston Tea Party history recently, so I don't know too much about it. I just know you guys dumped tea in the harbour, that's it.
Fair. Favorite candy?
Sorry.
Candy? What? Oh, sweets.
Yeah.
Probably blue bonbons. I've got a thing for blue bonbons.
You're gonna have to explain that one.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah,
Bonbon.
like blueberries? Like blueberries in it, in the chocolate or something?
No, you're gonna have to Google it. I can't explain it. It's like it's not a hard boiled sweet. It's like I'd say it's like slightly sugar coated on the outside, but it's like blue raspberry flavored. It's like a chew kind of.
Oh,
It's
I
like a little
see.
ball.
They look kind of like Mentos, like misshaped Mentos a little bit. I googled it. Yeah, look,
Similar
okay.
to Mentos, but they don't have a shell on them, and they start off hard, but as you like start to chew them, they like become really like chewy, kind of like you're eating
A Mentos.
no, not a Mentos, because Mentos aren't that chewy. Like when you get like one of those little like I don't know, I'm gonna say this is gonna be confusing now because I'm gonna say 10p sweets, like them little chew bars you get. I don't know if you guys have them.
I think we have an equivalent to them, if I'm not mistaken.
Charleston Chews.
Kind of similar, yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like chewy like that
Okay.
after so long. But you can get like a variety of flavors of them. You can get like apple ones, strawberry ones, lime ones, I think as well, cola flavored ones. Vimto also do their own as well, if you know what Vimto is.
Bristow's, is that a company of these that you would buy or no? I just see a bag of chewy bonbons and it says Bristow's on it.
I mean, normally when you go to a sweet shop, they just like have like a big tub of them. Like you don't know what the brand is. It's just like
Like Willy Wonka.
like a clear see-through tub, and they just put them in a bag for you, and then you pay for them and off you go.
Like a real candy shop. I remember seeing those in malls back when malls existed.
See, what's a
You
mall?
right like next to like a puppy shop, you know.
What's a mall? Is it a shopping center? You mean a shopping center?
Sure, but like larger. We used to
Shopping
have those.
centers are large.
Have you ever been to the Mall of America?
I've never been to America, so no.
Yeah. Oh, okay, sorry. I don't know why I keep going. I don't know what it is.
Our
Why are you so
country is the
mean?
size of one of
I'm
your
not trying to be
states.
mean. I love Morty. I don't know why I'm like being salty. I don't know. I apologize. I'm
It's the
sorry.
American British thing. You can't help it. It's in his blood.
But I like so much about England. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm like being a dick about it. Huh.
I mean, it's not much of a question. I already know they call it scrawns.
What? Braun?
They're biscuits to us, but they're scrawns to them.
I've never heard that.
Scone.
Like,
Scons,
Is that-
scrawns, whatever you guys call it. Yeah.
oh, a scone?
Scone?
I know what a scone is.
A scone.
I thought you were saying something like prawns.
Scron,
I've
scones.
never heard. Yeah.
I mispronounce every fucking thing. I think everyone knows it.
Scone. Scone. Gone.
I guess I've heard. Okay. Yeah, scones.
It's kind of like it's like a biscuity bread with like raisins in that you put butter on and have with tea. Kind of like the whole tea and crumpets, tea and scones kind of deal.
Yeah. All I'm hearing is that Morty, you need to come to a American visit for everybody.
You can do a
Maybe
tour.
one day.
You can tour like all the great, British invasion bands did in like the 60s.
See, funnily enough, I have Americans that I used to speak to on my other games that want me to visit them as well. Like, so I would basically have to do a tour of America at this point.
See? We can make this happen.
Yeah, but it's not as easy with all the medical conditions and stuff. And the money. Like, yeah, I will in Lom, but that's different.
Do you watch Peaky Blinders? I was trying to think of BBC.
Yeah. Peaky Blinders is a brilliant show.
My man. was trying to think of like other BBC stuff I've liked. Derek, did you see Derek?
I saw bits of Derek, but I'm not keen on what's his name?
Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, I'm not a massive Ricky Gervais fan.
I'd say I didn't really like him very much at all until I saw that one, and then I liked his other stuff. Like Afterlife was good, I thought. But okay, sorry. I was just trying to think BBC stuff. Peaky Blinders I like a lot. Okay. Peaky Blinders and Bob Dylan and Lom. That's more than enough. Okay, I got it. All right.
Yeah, I was just waiting. I was waiting for it to come back in. You go-to snack? What's your go-to snack?
Go-to snack. Just because it's going to confuse you all, probably a bag of crisps.
That's
Just
not
a
confusing.
regular bag of regular bag of chips.
Crisps.
Yeah, same.
No, chips. Chips are chip, right?
Chips are fries.
No, because French fries are fries. Chips are chips, and crisps are crisps.
So when you say chips, are you talking about like potatoes literally and made into potato chips? Crisp, or
So
someone's typing.
right, so crisps is your guys' potato chips.
Correct.
Chips is what you probably call fries, but our chips are like chunkier, so we call them like
Wedges.
to us the chip. And then when you say fries, to us that's like skinny chips, like what you'd get from McDonald's.
I have a question from Discord from someone who wanted to stay anonymous, but I believe they're in chat. Do you or have you ever eaten? I'm not making this up. Spotted dick.
I have not. It's not
Oh.
a dessert I would try.
Oh, so you know that it's a dessert. So I don't know what
Yeah.
this is. I just see a picture of it. It's a dessert. That looks like a weird dessert.
If I'm right, it's a dessert. I'm sure it is.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure you know better than I would. It's like a. Actually, okay, I could see it being a dessert now that I look at it like this. Okay.
I'm
There's
pretty
like
sure people normally have it with custard and stuff.
spotted dick is a traditional British steamed pudding, typically made with
Just grilled.
SUET, I don't know what that is, and dried fruit, and often served with custard, like Morty just said. Yeah.
I'm just thinking about that hoagie.
All right, sorry.
Ain't
All right.
ready to get a hoagie sweats on.
Yeah, I can't wait to get my hoagie sweats on. I was just attacking Colin and cross server.
Also, I was trying to end all of this so A can go eat. Here we are.
Favorite
These are almost
superhero?
done. There we go.
Again, Deadpool.
Nice. Rick and Morty?
Morty.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Really? I would have never guessed. What about The Simpsons? What are your thoughts on The Simpsons?
I like The Simpsons. If you want to know which one's my favorite, it'd have to be Bart. But I don't know. It's a good show. I feel like it's a good family show, but it doesn't have as much comedic value for me as what I feel like it could.
What about The Office?
Never watched it. I've seen clips of it, but never watched it.
Fair enough. If you had to lose one sense, which would it be?
Probably hearing.
Chess,
Sorry.
checkers, or backgammon?
Probably. Yeah, I dabbled in chess, but I never really got into it. But I'd still say chess.
Left-handed or right-handed?
right-handed.
You got a favorite dipping sauce for like your chicken nuggies or anything?
Garlic mayo all day long.
Garlic mayo?
Okay.
I've never
okay.
had that, but now I want to try it because I like both of those things.
But garlic mayonnaise on cheesy chip is just delicious.
On a what?
Cheesy chip.
Cheesy chip.
What's a cheesy chip?
Nacho?
Fries with cheese on. Cheesy fries.
With mayonnaise
Oh.
and garlic sauce? Oh, that's right. Y'all don't eat ketchup much, right?
We do eat tomato sauce.
Oh.
But like a lot of people do like tomato sauce, but I just prefer garlic mayo. I like garlic. I'm a garlic person.
How did I live my whole life not knowing that garlic mayo exists? Thank you,
I
Morty.
mean, it's just like
I'm gonna order some off.
another thing you guys probably won't know about is chip spice. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
So chip spice is like a blend of salt, paprika, and tomato flavoring thing, like dried tomato flavoring. But it's kind of like a salt that you put on your chips, fries for your case, and it adds quite a nice flavor to them.
Cake or pie?
Cake,
What's your favorite kind of cake?
chocolate fudge cake.
Dogs or cats?
Ooh, both.
Fair enough. Who's your favorite player
likes-
at 846?
Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Not like putting me on the spot there, is he?
You're not gonna hurt him by his feelings. It's all for fun.
You can say me. It's okay.
Definitely not you, Cam. You abandoned us. If
I'm
anything,
still there.
even Nylock ranked above you.
I'm still
Nylock
there.
stayed with us the whole time. You abandoned us.
I do not. Who's your favorite?
You might have come back. I'm probably going to say J-Hop.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Flip flops, Crocs, or sandals?
What? Probably sandals, but neither. None.
Fair enough. The next question, I think I might know the answer to. Where did your name come from?
You know what? I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. It just came to me one day in a vision.
Fair enough.
That's what I'm talking about. I love that for you.
Yeah, honestly, it's so you. Do you have any special hidden talents?
Not that I know of.
Fair enough. Do you have a favorite architectural style?
I can't even think of the names of them now. I'm just gonna have to pass that one because the only name I can think of is modern, and I don't like modern.
I like that answer.
This is one we've gotten the last few shows that we put on here. Has there ever been a time when you thought about quitting the game?
After 222, yeah, I did think about it a lot. I was doing like 2 different servers at the time, and then that's when I started 846, and I just dropped TU and I just carried on. Got the love of the game back in my life again.
Fucking traitor.
If you couldn't play
Who
your...
put 2p in him?
Say what?
Who put 2p in him? Sorry, who put 2 cents in him for you
Oh.
guys?
That's what I'm talking about.
Chang.
2P.
If you couldn't
2P.
if you couldn't play your current class, which I'm guessing is Warbringer, which class would you play?
Sage?
Fair. Okay. Anybody catch any quick questions in the chat?
I mean, I've noticed questions all day. Well, all stream, not all day. All stream.
A lot of them are, when are you gonna play Call of Duty with Morty?
Yeah, calm.
I tried to play this weekend. Okay, you were so popular.
It's
You
not
were
my
full
fault.
up.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I'm popular now. Morty is Victor a fairy? Definitely. Victor is definitely a fairy. Everyone knows this. It's been confirmed.
Sorry, Victor, you're a furry, brother.
Somebody asked.
So we got the.
Oh, go ahead.
God.
Okay, and I wasn't the one saying anything, but I am going to bring this up. In case anyone else was Googling this, which I'm assuming the chances are 0, there is no garlic mayonnaise available to us off Amazon. There's something called, and Ronbom pointed this out, I'm assuming right around when I found this out. The closest we have is garlic aioli, which is not fucking mayonnaise, but it's good. I'm not shitting on that. But what I'm saying is, I think it's bullshit that I can't just order this food. This I guess is not food. Well, I guess it technically is food, but
Fundamental.
I want to try garlic mayonnaise, and I'm American, so I want to have it like here tomorrow when I order it now from Amazon. But we don't have that, and and I'm very sad about that. In case anyone else was still curious about that, I doubt it, but yeah, it doesn't exist here, and that's nonsense, and I'm sad again.
Make your own?
That's
like a lot of work, though.
Oh my
Yeah, what the
God.
fuck? It's so ingredients.
I mean, I don't know how much garlic. I
I'm
don't
sure you
know.
can find
I
a
don't know.
recipe online.
I don't do recipes.
You measure it with your heart.
Right.
Yeah, do it with the feel.
Throw it in
Just
with your
let us slide
soul.
down your elbow.
Yeah.
Send the money for the mayo and the shipping, and I'll ship it out to you. There you go.
There you
Oh
go.
God, I don't even know. With that
That-
fucking, it'd be
Alright.
like $100 fucking mayonnaise, I bet.
Yeah,
So there is one question that I see. Morty, you have to shout yourself out of your Twitch.
No, I don't want to do that. No.
I already posted it.
All right.
What's? Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say someone give me the link and I'll link it like 30 times. I don't care. We gotta promote. Morty is an excellent streamer. And Loki had a question about your. What up, Loki? Loki is the fucking man.
Hey.
How many Warzone wins will you get the next time you play? Is his question.
Probably 0 again.
0 again, he said.
Oh, no, wait,
Yeah.
sorry, I got 1 last time. 1.
1.
Probably
Okay.
1.
And you got the one, the time when you played with this guy. Just saying.
See, you're just becoming Shroom now. Every time I talk to Shroom, it's like, yeah, don't forget that game I carried you to the end. In the game
You
that you didn't
clutched it
listen
up.
to me and you got lucky.
You clutched it up. I'll give you that.
I tried.
Let's see.
Hang on. You're sat there saying I clutched it up, but aren't you the same one sat there saying, oh my god, Morty, you almost run into a rock?
No, you did run into the rock. You were humping the rock, okay?
Listen, I've been streaming for 12 hours. I'd already been awake for 6 hours. Let me have that one.
Is Pombo right? Mayo is just eggs, lemon, and oil?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, holy shit. I'm learning all kinds of shit. Thank you, Pombo. I can't believe I didn't know that. It's shocking how little I know. It's shocking. I tell you. Really?
Come on, Grandpa. What the fuck?
I don't cook shit. You all know this. I don't know how to cook anything, man. When my wife's not here for dinner, the kids get pizza. Or ramen noodles. Mayo is eggs, lemon, and oil. Huh. I'll be
A
damned.
guy complaining about not having garlic mayo in his country, but will quite happily sit there and cook a pizza because he has no knowledge of food.
Oh,
Makes
it's
Damn, caught out.
Makes sense.
It's a pre-made pizza. I take it out of the box and out of the plastic and put it in the oven and press the number of minutes. It's
Where's your culinary skills? Come on.
He just explained his
I mean-
culinary skills to you. What do you mean?
did, yeah.
None.
Everyone should have some form of culinary skills. Like,
I guess.
All
I
right,
guess.
it's time to wrap it up. It's been 3 hours.
My hoagie's ready.
You got a shout
Hey,
out?
Oh wait, sorry. Before that, Ravs had this question, and it's a good one, and I want to know the answer because I love Rick and Morty. Also, what's your favorite season? It's short. It's short. Don't worry. I see all your faces. I'm not going on a fucking rant.
see, I liked I'd probably say second and third season. It was like between them two. I felt like the first season was a bit basic, and then after that, it kind of like felt like it was, I don't know, just kind of like repeating itself after the third season. So definitely 2 or 3, I'd say.
Okay. Nice.
Thank you, Morty.
Shout outs. What you got, AY?
Oh, shout outs. Always the grills, 846, 1003, Sister Bap. Let's see here. Code Susan. And definitely not Mid Swift. Okay.
Max?
I'm just gonna shout out 846. Great server, great people. Love that server.
Colin?
I'll keep it short. To the family, Power Riz and 447. To Ravs, my Shroomie partner, 3rd place. I apologize. I'm cursed. I think I'm always gonna get 3rd place now. Thanks to everyone that came out today. Everyone's cool. Pombo specifically, because now I know how to fucking make mayonnaise. I didn't know that shit. That's weird. And then, thanks to Morty for being here. That was really fun. Sorry I went a little hard on England there, but it was just, I don't know. Felt like low-hanging fruit or something. I don't know.
It's
And
in
then
your blood.
obviously... Oh, sorry, what? Sorry.
It's in your blood. You can't help it.
I don't know what it is, but I apologize. And it's always great seeing Max on stream. It's just nice. It brings back the old days having Max and 8 here, and you know, Calm's rocking it. Obviously, everybody loves Calm. That's just a fact. But it's nice to see Max. Yeah. Thanks everyone. Sorry.
Morty, what you got? Who you shouting out?
Jesus. So shout out to obviously everyone from 846. Not just for 846, but like, you know, everything that goes on in Discord and all the support I've been getting. Shout out to like Stealthy, J Hot, Pilly, Hoodie, you know, the French VMod players as well. You know, everyone who plays for me, everyone who watches the stream, everyone who just shows me that little bit of support, you know, shout out to everyone, really. And you guys as well for getting me on.
Thank you. I'm gonna wrap it up. Shout out to 1216 home server. I want to shout out BAP. We had a real fun one-sided parking wars last week, and she said early on she was gonna beat me by the end of the week. She did.
You did. Yeah.
Shout out to Microdose, my tournament partner. Shout out to Morty. Thank you for coming on. Definitely going to catch some Call of Duty with you as soon as I am available. Everybody, please check out his stream, twitch.tv _Morty. Thank you all for coming as usual. You know, y'all are the lifeblood of this. So reach out if you want to come on. Thank
Join
you
the
all.
Discord.
Join the Discord. Like the video.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah. Thank you all for coming. Y'all have a
Is this where we wave goodbye?
Yep. Wow. Y'all have a wonderful night.